Hello, my beautiful gemstones, and welcome to Wednesday night's live intuitive oracle reading. It is so great for you guys to be here. Thank you for hanging out while I finished my dinner. Never saw a woman eat a sandwich so fast, let me tell you. Space Cow and Ann Palmer, welcome. I saw you guys in here way earlier. Definitely appreciate that. And what was I going to say? Oh yeah, there was one thing I wanted to say right off the bat. My wrenches, make sure you're wrenching it up tonight, because I had some people come in last night and kind of like I got rid of them super quick. Don't even acknowledge them. If trolls come in and say something, don't even acknowledge, because that's what they want. Report them, block them, no second chances, no timeouts. All right. With that being said, thank you, Steven Ghostdragonzw, for the $10 super chat. Super chats are open. YouTube takes a percentage of that. If it's easier for you, PayPal and Cash App, all that in the description box. I got a new deck. Let me say hi and let's get started. Space Cow, Ann Palmer, Paradox Fossils, what's up, boo? Donna Messenger, my mama bear, Crowley, hello. Eris, so good to see you. Anita Oracle, are you new? Your name sounds a little familiar, but I'm not sure because so many people come in and out. Guys, I got a new shirt. Queen of Hearts, baby. Oh, yeah. Ralph and Cassie Francis, so good to see you. Andrew and Gnomes, be here later, 12-hour day. Shower and have a steak dinner. Now that sounds like a plan, let me tell you. Who else we got? Lara, Taiwaz, my girls, what's up? Keep going down here. Sophia, welcome. Brown Dwarf, Smoochie, and Edna. Melissa Nicole, I'm just seeing people randomly pop up. Johnny Yuma, Jessica Lee, Vixen Doe. This is so awesome, guys. Thank you. Don't forget to hit the like button if you haven't already. Okay, there. That's where I was. I'm so not organized. So I got a new deck. I think I got everybody. If I did not say your name, I do apologize. I try to get everyone, that comes in right away. The new deck is Messages from the Mermaids, and I got to tell you, by Karen Kay, and the artwork's by Linda Olson. This is actually the third or fourth deck that I bought. But what happened was Steve found wish.com, and he's like, oh, all these decks, and they're so cheap. And I was like, that sounds a little weird to me. I ordered off Wish before, and like my stuff just never showed up. So, yeah, I had the stuff in my cart. I did not press order. I did not, because I realized they were just the small playing card size cards and no guidebook, which I don't really need, but I like to have it. So anyway, long story short, they charged me anyway without my permission and sent me one small deck, and I don't use it. I use it in personal sometimes. And also, I think it's called Shaman's Dream Oracle that I use in personals and personally, like in spell casting and stuff. It's a $30 deck, so I really don't want to get it yet, but I really want that deck. But they sent me the small one. I thought I was getting it on sale. It wasn't a deal. Ghost Dragon says, good evening, everyone, and welcome. Let's have a good time. If you don't want a card, please let know when I call your name. Let him know. Thank you. Super chat stickers are on. Also, open Gemma's PayPal and Cash App. With all that being said, let's bring in the man of the hour, Mr. Ghostdragonzw.
I tried to get everybody. Hello, everybody.
No worries, no worries.
I know I miss people. Hey, Anna.
We have 24 already. Unless you have anything. When your package gets there, though, I want you to go get it because it's super cool. And I think everyone will appreciate it.
I won't know. I'll have to go look.
Melissa Nicole, that's actually a really good idea. There is this true crime deck that Steve Stockton has that he got off Etsy, but you guys know, like, from my experience with Etsy, it's not so good. Like, they make you way up charge. That's why I really don't push the Gemma Jade merch. I'm going to reorganize it, redo it, and get, like, a more reasonable version of my merch out there. But he got this deck, but it was, like, $108 minus the shipping on Etsy, and I can't. Like, I can't even buy a $30 deck right now, so what I do need and what I hope my son is going to be able to help me with this weekend is like wicks, so that like my manifestation and intention sprays, just by word of mouth, you guys, I sold almost a whole box. I sent out like 4 samples, but I sold almost the entire box just by word of mouth. So I'm hoping that that can be a real drop shipping business for me to bring in extra income, because my YouTube ad revenue this month was $27, and they don't pay you unless you make 100. So living off donations, as far as that's concerned. So that's why I really appreciate it. Yes, Ghosty is sizzling. I told him he looks very handsome. And
I look like an old man.
Aaron Billings, yeah, same here. I think I ordered 1 or 2 things. He said I've gotten some good stuff off Wish, but I've been stiffed by them as well. I remember my sister ordered a fog machine for Halloween. She does like a huge haunted house. And she got a blow-up Nightmare Before Christmas lamp and a pink psychedelic flower pillow. Then we ordered it again, and she ended up with like the Little Red Riding Hood wolf, a male, female, and kid costume. Like that's not like, I don't know. I cannot. Chillin' Charlie, yes, I'm doing well. Just Soup's busy. Guys, my new book comes out tomorrow. Yeah, it does. Yeah, on Amazon. So if you would like a signed copy, please email or text me or reach out in some way before you make the purchase. Then you just PayPal me the money. I get the book, sign it, and mail it off to you, because otherwise you're going to have to mail me the book. I sign it, mail it back. So you might as well just come to me first. And I hope that a lot of you guys do want signed copies, or at least buy it. Okay, it's going to be awesome. I wrote the entire thing myself. It says Gemma Jade and Steve Stockton. He wrote the forward. He had some issues, scheduling issues. He wasn't able to write his half, so he did write the forward. I like having his name on there, I can't lie. And let's get started. Who's first?
Actually, Space Cow, they're here, still here.
Space Cow, let us know if you're still here, please.
And then it will be Ann Palmer.
Total Guerra. Hi. He said, hey, Gemma. Casey. Hi, sweetie. I'm so glad you stopped in. Ralph and Cassie Francis, I hope you do. I hope, obviously, I hope they sell well. I put a lot of extra work into this book. I expected to only have to write half. And then like a month ago, my publisher was like, can you just write the whole thing? I was like, what? He's like, can you do it in 2 weeks? I was like, what? So, but I think I did a really good job, and I am super proud of it. And I'm working on the 3rd book, which is The Shadow Person. So,
that'll be good.
Total Guerra. Oh, I think I recognize your last name. So that's his first live stream.
You got 2 now, right?
And the Oracles, Anita Oracles as well. So, all right.
Okay, well, I guess Space Cow didn't stick around. Probably come back later, so I'll put a hold. Let's go ahead and do Ann.
All right,
and then
Ann.
Ann is Paradox. I don't know if he's still here or not.
Paradox, let us know if you're still here. Ann, I'm going to use the Energy and Spirit Oracle. Oops. Ouch. If any of you guys have to leave early, if you know, some of you across the pond, I know it's like 11:30 right now. Just let us know.
Chris.
We do our best to accommodate. I hope I didn't like offend them in some way, because Marie wasn't here last week. Chris said she was tired.
She was sleeping. Yeah.
Melissa Nicole, I still write for Missing Person Mysteries. I still write a lot of their stuff.
In fact, you just had one come out, didn't you?
I think the most recent one about Nora Fuller, I wrote that one. I wrote a lot of them. I still write for them, girl. I write at least 8 to 10 scripts a month for Missing Person Mysteries. Still. That's like my only guaranteed paycheck. All right. So, Ann Palmer. Mike Roberts, hi.
Hey, Mike.
Don't be sorry. I know you're struggling, okay? And I will work with you with that. Let me do what I'm doing at my mom's this weekend, and I'm going to send along some of the stuff that I use, let you know how it goes, all right? Downshift. Pew, pew, pew. All right, Ann, you got the Archangel Haniel. This is a very common card lately, which I'm not surprised. You got it in the upright position. Haniel, the Archangel of Joy, is looking on with utter bliss as a chick hatches in the shining sun. This card heralds the coming of a wonderfully joyous and intuitive time for you. This may take the form of many everyday blessings that awaken your happiness and appreciation, or it could arrive in a significant experience such as an exciting vacation or a celebration. Haniel reminds you that you always have a great capacity to perceive joy throughout your daily life. This blissful approach creates an energetic pipeline to divine consciousness, which increases the flow of blessings and heightens intuition. Call on Haniel to help you experience unlimited inner joy. Choose to focus on your happy blessings, and you'll experience ever-expanding bliss and intuitive sparks every day. So, Anne, I don't know what's going on in your life right now, but I feel like if you're struggling with anything, or if you have been for a while, it is coming to an end. It'll come to an end quicker if you kind of try harder to manifest the positivity, right? I always use this as an example. I'm probably like a broken record by now, but it's true. If you wake up in the morning and say, what a shitty day, guess what you're going to have. These are actually oracle cards. They're almost the same, but a little different. Same idea though. But I don't just read what the book says. I also channel from spirit. And possibly ETs, I think, lately as well. So anyway, and you really should try to manifest a little more positivity. And another way you can do that is by counting your blessings, right? If we're always focusing on the negative in our lives, and I could take the universe's advice here as well, I'm guilty of it, then that's all we're like laser focused on and complaining about all the time, then the universe is going to laser focus on that. And guess what we're manifesting? So we can do it by accident. So I want you to actively try for this week to count your blessings, like really focus on what you have in life, maybe something that you achieved in the last few years that you are really proud of. Like, try to keep that memory instead of focusing on maybe things that aren't going as right. Melissa Nicole said, I guess I'm just used to a certain format and flow, but I can just tell when it's not Gemma's script. Usually when it's my script, it starts out with like, in this community, or
you can usually tell.
Yeah.
Okay, Paradox must not be here at the moment, so we're going to go ahead and do Donna if she's still here.
Donna Messenger. Yes, Mike, thank you. Grey Wolf, hi, so nice.
Crowley, do you want yours now, or do you want to wait?
Oh, I'm sorry, what?
I asked if Crowley wanted his after Donna's, or if he wanted to wait.
And I know this is hard for you because you're taking the list and you got the new people, but Blue Cross Roads and Shauna are not going to be able to stay very long. Aaron Billings, thank you so much. That's what I'm talking about. Show your seer some appreciation. If you guys are able to donate, I always appreciate it. And thank you to everyone who donates through PayPal and Cash App. Okay, so let me do Donna's. Then we'll do Crowley. It's funny because I actually did a comment underneath one of the videos recently, and I'm like, I wrote this, and then I was like, blah, blah, blah. And then at the end, I was like, I don't actually think I wrote this. Sometimes I can't even tell. I had done so many scripts for them. But, someone else is kind of taking over the head writer position. Okay. Donna, you got the card of gentleness.
Thank you, Aaron.
Grey Wolf, I'm so glad to see you. Yeah, Aaron, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you guys. Donna, if you're listening, she goes to bed pretty early. This is kind of really early, though. Be gentle toward yourself and others at this time. Being harsh or using brute strength won't benefit you. There's great strength in gentleness. This merman says that looks can be deceptive, and gentleness can be found in the most unlikely people and situations. If in doubt, just look into the heart of a person, for this is where the source of true gentleness resides. The merman holds his torch of truth so that it may illuminate the path of gentleness for you. This card is asking, are you being gentle with yourself? It's easy to be critical and berate ourselves. Our internal dialogue isn't always gentle, so this is something to be mindful of. If you catch yourself being harsh, then forgive yourself and try a softer internal narrative. You'll be surprised at the effect this can have on your natural and general well-being. Sometimes we feel we need to be tough to navigate certain situations in life, yet with gentleness comes flexibility, and this means we bend but don't break. This alone is worth pondering. Is there a person, Donna, who needs to treat you more gently? If so, speak your truth from your heart with kindness and clearly tell them how their hard approach makes you feel and that a more gentle attitude would reap greater rewards for everyone. Now, you and I both know who this person is. I won't mention any names like Nicole. I think telling her how you feel and expressing to her what you and I have been talking about is not going to work. Like, we kind of both know that. But it is worth a shot to speak. I tell you guys every week, no matter what it is, try to approach the person, the situation, whatever it is, with love. Try to always come from heart center, right? It's really hard sometimes, especially when you feel you're being taken advantage of. So Donna, this week especially, take a step back and like we've been talking about, you may have to, instead of widening your circle, kind of shorten it, I guess, or make it smaller. Okay, I think there is at least one person that I know of personally that's taking advantage of, manipulating you, or trying to, and you finally stepped into your power. But the fact of the matter is, you're going to have to keep doing that. It's not a one-time shot and then it's done, unless, you can ghost the person, which I wish you would ghost this person, but I understand. Who's next?
You want to do Crowley?
Yes. Miss Paranormal Search, welcome. Crowley, I'm going to use Raven's Wand for you. He said, uh-oh. Guess what I'm supposed to be getting tomorrow, guys? Besides my book coming out, I'm getting a celebratory case of Kiwi Apple Red Bull. It's my favorite.
Let's hope it shows.
Do you know my mother, okay, knows I've been obsessing over this flavor and I can't find it. And she went to visit my sister last week, who, by the way, lives 15 minutes from me. And she saw someone walking out of the gas station with the light green Red Bull can. And by the time my sister got back in the car, she forgot. And she forgot which gas station it was.
Of course.
I was like, don't worry about it. I have a case coming.
You better be there tomorrow. You've waited long enough.
I will freak if it's not. Okay. Chillin' Charlie. But guess what? I gave up the big H and the big C. I'm not giving up my Red Bull or my vape. Okay. I even gave up coffee. All right.
We cough in
Where's Mom? She only pops in here and there. She's going through a lot. Her first Father's Day without my stepdad, and then his birthday is Friday as well. So she might pop in by the end of the night. She's never here. She's usually eating dinner at this time. Okay, so mistakes teach us, okay, Crowley, and you got it in the reverse. Matt Mandel, hi. Crowley, Lana's green clothes are symbolic of spring. The snowdrops are awakening from their winter sleep. There is a creative urge in you that is longing to grow and break free. Whatever the season, imagine it is always spring and let your creativity bloom. I'm also going to read the upright. As one of Wildwood's senior witches, Lena Zuri watches the coven's youngest learn to mount and fly a lightning staff. The inexperienced witches may fall at times and likely earn plenty of bruises, but mistakes are good. Without mistakes, we would not progress. Each time a young witch falls, Lena resists the urge to fuss over them, knowing they have to take a few knocks in order to find independence. The same is true for our own loved ones. Our dreams, plans, and hopes for them have to be robust enough to take a few hits. Otherwise, when a really strong gust comes along, they'll be ill prepared. I'm not so sure this is about your loved ones for this week, Crowley. I really feel like this is about you, and this is telling you what I feel like you already know, right? I feel like you already know that, like, the past is the past, and I see you stepping into your power a little more each day and moving on and going through these battles really well, actually, things that I know personally that you've been dealing with, right? I'm very proud of you. And I feel like what this is saying is, don't hold yourself accountable, of course, but don't hold on to past mistakes. Don't hold on to old regrets, shed it like a snake sheds its skin. It is time for you, if you're feeling creative, I don't know, like writing or drawing, painting, whatever it is. If you're feeling creative, you should definitely act on that feeling. Your intuition is going to be really strong as well. And I do feel like I feel like this week is going to be a week of you really deeply figuring things out.
Eris.
Eris, Sacred Forest. Casey, I forgot to send Steve the link. No, I did not see that. Oh my gosh, congratulations. Oh, I'm so happy for you. I want to give you a hug. Amazing. See? Positive manifestation, positive affirmations, right? Knowing that you know that you got this. Oh my gosh, you got to invite me up. I'm coming. So awesome. I'm so proud of you. All right, Eris. Why are these upside down? All right, Eris, you got Bee Spirit, and that is the card of prosperity. Yes, congratulations. Absolutely. I love watching you guys succeed. Like, sometimes I know some of you are older than me, I know, but I do sometimes feel like a proud mama with you guys because our community is so, tight knit, and we watch out for each other so much that when I see you guys go through these, like last night, this was a thing, you were worried about it. It may not have happened, and then getting a little down. And then all of a sudden it turned around. And I want you to know that whether you realize it or not, you turned it around. You did it. Did you guys know, and Eris, give me 1 second. I've been looking at a lot of research about this, right? When we have a thought, it actually does release as energy into the air, because they have this thing now that they're using it in studies to learn about consciousness and thought process and manifestation. And when they put this hat on, this little, cap thing, they have it hooked up to a computer, and they'll tell you, think of a banana. And when you think of the banana, it shows up on the screen. Or they'll tell you, think of a number between 1 and 100. And whatever number you think of, even if you think of different numbers, all like 5 different numbers, all those 5 numbers will pop up. Why? Because you're releasing energy into the atmosphere. Absolutely. New life chapter. All right, Eris, Bee Spirit, the card of prosperity. In the meadow, the flowers are heady with their sweet scents. Bees flit from flower to flower, their droning sounding like the combined chants of 1,000 monks. As you watch, you can sense their focus on productivity and working in community. The result of their industry is golden amber honey. This card can be a wonderful sign that abundance and sweet energy is coming your way. It also can be a card of productivity and organization. So if you have been indecisive, disorganized, and unfocused, this card can mean it's time to focus. Reprioritize your life. Have you been too busy with nothing to show for all of your work? Decide what is most important and take steps in those directions. To activate the prosperity you desire, this card also can signify that it's time to work hard. Be willing to put in time and energy, and your goals will be attained. Your efforts will pay off. These work together, so also consider whose energy aligns with yours and how you might collaborate to achieve your desires. By doing this, good fortune will ensue. The spirit of the bee says the sweet abundance of the universe is flowing into your life. However, you need to take action and perhaps join with others to align with the frequency of your dreams. Believe that you deserve, and your goal will unfold. Believe that you deserve, and your goal will unfold. Eris, I feel like this week maybe you might want to ask for not help, but like maybe hook up with someone who's trying to accomplish the same thing that you are. I feel like you may be a little bit of like loner, whether you're that way all the time. Like, definitely I'm getting like some loner vibes off you. That's okay. I mean, most of us in this community are like that, right? Except when we get together here. But I feel like this week it's really important that if someone offers you help with something, you take it. I feel like you could reach out to someone that you know can help you with whatever project. It is not the time, at least not for this week, to be solitary, okay? Also, I'm getting something about regrets, or like I'm seeing it as like, oh, I wish I hadn't said that. Whether it was something you did or something you said, the universe is saying just let it go. Like, it's not even like, don't keep replaying it, right? That you didn't approach something with love. So definitely take any offers of help this week, and watch who you trust and work with as well. make sure that their energy and their is aligned with you, and that their ultimate goals align with yours. Because if you're trying to start a YouTube channel, you're not going to want to talk to someone who doesn't know how to work a computer. You know what I mean? So try to find that personal alignment. Lotus Girl, my soul sister, downshift. What is up? Who is next?
Okay. Anita Oracle, but she never answered back.
Okay.
So we're going to go to Ralph.
Ralph, I am going to use Wisdom of the House of Night. I pulled out some oldies but goodies, guys. Lotus Girl, I found another gemstone that is supposed to be just like the Moldavite. It begins with the T, Tetric or something like that. I don't know. I have a piece coming. I ordered it. It wasn't that expensive. Bob Birkins, ufologist. What is up, guys? I got my whole crew here. I'm so excited. Yay. Fedorable John messaged me the other night, but he lives in California.
Really?
So it was 9 for him, or 10 for him. It was like 1 for me. And I haven't heard back from him. I'm going to reach out to him. Tony the Rock, I was excited because I've been wanting to talk to him. I miss mine and his conversations. Like, even though they got tense sometimes, I always appreciated it.
They did get kind of tense.
I always appreciated his heart and his sincerity when he spoke, Okay.
It was an honest conversation.
Right, exactly. He didn't just tell me what he thought I wanted to hear, and he didn't give in just so I'd be quiet, All right, hey, Ralph and Cassie Francis, you got the card of fulfillment, and this is card number 20. I haven't used this deck in so long. Oh, I got to tell you guys something crazy that happened. Okay, this is a sign that all your needs are being met and that you are close to achieving your goals. I celebrate your choices at this time, for you have drawn the symbol of fulfillment. Now is the time to integrate and digest what you have learned of late. Savor every moment and know that every encounter is intended to feed your soul. You are meant to have a rich, satisfying life and taste all that experience has to offer. Look around and recognize all of the ways that your life is already full. You have so many reasons to feel good about yourself. All is well and will be well when you choose fulfillment. So again, and here comes the theme, counting your blessings, right? Really trying to, oh, that's awesome, Mike. Thank you. Really trying to focus on the positive, focus on everything good that's happening in your life. Now, if you feel like there might not be too much that's good, like things are going wrong, this whole ick energy type thing is switching around. And it's coming like in the next couple of weeks, we're going to be back to being on top. I feel like the overwhelming negativity of the consciousness kind of took over for a few weeks there with the retrograde and the shadow phase. I think the shadow phase of the retrograde just lasted a little longer than it normally does, but we are coming out of this yucky, gross, icky energy. And Ralph, I really feel like the universe is offering you abundance. The universe is offering you fulfillment, but I am getting that it's going to come in from something that's like very unexpected, right? Maybe something that you didn't expect to like, or maybe you get a job doing something you never thought you'd be good at, or there's something or someone coming into your life that's very unexpected that you're going to feel even more fulfilled. That it's going to feel like a completion of some cycle. Cisco, welcome back. So guys, I'm going to tell you this really quickly. Yesterday I was laying in bed, or first of all, I'll say a month ago I was cleaning RJ's kitchen toys, like this huge kitchen he has downstairs, and I had this vape. This is the vape I smoke. The mod is 99 cents, right? Cheap, as always. I'm such a cheap date. So anyway, I'm cleaning it, and all of a sudden the vape's gone. Like, I know I put it on top of the kitchen thing, but I was dusting and the mantle, the fireplace, all that. So I was like, okay, I went through the garbage with gloves, not in there. All right, I'll find it eventually, right? Disappeared into thin air. I let it go. Yesterday, I'm laying in bed. I wake up, I turn to my vape, I take 2 puffs, and then Ray calls me. Okay. I pick up the phone. I talk to him for like a minute or two. I put the phone down. I go to grab my vape. It's not there. I stand up. I hear it hit the ground. Guys, I pulled up my bed. pulled up my box frame, moved the bed frame, ripped everything out from under my bed. I moved 2 dressers and all of my work stuff. It disappeared. Disappeared into thin air. I was totally freaking out.
Sucked into a portal.
Mike, pay attention to driving. And Ghost Dragons, you laugh. It happens.
It happens to me all the time. It happens to me
all the time in this house. And it's always my vape. And I believe it's my stepfather because he hated that I smoked because I didn't start smoking until very late in life. And I feel like it was him.
Okay, Andrew, if he answers.
Andrew knows.
Andrew, are you out there, buddy?
If not, he'll be back. Ralph, you're so welcome.
I'll put him on hold. And let's go on to Taiwaz. I just got stuck, that's all.
That's okay. Messages from the mermaids. Let's see what's up for you, girl. No, I never, Melissa Nicole, no, I never found either one of them. They're gone. Like, Ray even came home. Ray's like, I can find it because he thought I was just all wound up. So I was like having trouble finding it. No, he moved the whole bed, moved everything I moved. It's gone.
They had taken it.
No idea. Spirit was not helping me at all. I don't think I was in a position at that point. I was so riled up that I would have been, I really wasn't listening. Yeah, I did. I heard it hit the floor somewhere. So I don't know. It's a mystery. I'll find it. I'll let you guys know where it is. Oh, these are upside down again. Okay. All right, Taiwaz. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Tony, sir. Uncle Bones, hi. All right. These cards still have a lot of gloss on them. Taiwaz, you got the card of magic. I love this deck. I've wanted it for so long, but my Amazon wish list is so long that I hardly ever get to the bottom because I order myself something every month that I get paid. All right. Open your eyes and heart to wonder and magic. Life is full of magical occurrences. A magical gift will soon be received or given. Here we see the Merlin in his cave. He's a powerful and wise wizard who weaves magic between the sea and the land. He's giving the magical Mer fairy a pearl of wisdom so that she may receive the innate wisdom of the land and the ocean, bringing harmony to both and also creating a union between the Mer folk and the fairy folk. Both communities love and care for their respective environments, the land and the ocean. So they have a common interest and can work together for the benefit of the planet and for the highest good of all beings. This card of magic has appeared in your spread today because there's magic around you. Whether or not you know it, it's there. Will you recognize the signs of magic and take action? And I know you will. Magic is everywhere and is often found in the things we take for granted. So look again at the magic and the wonder of life with childlike innocence and awe. A beautiful sunrise is a magical sight, as is a full or crescent moon. A rainbow is a sign not only of magic, but also of hope. Magic is everywhere if you look and feel it with all of your senses. You're being called to recognize the magic within your own life and to show those close to you that magic is real and all around us. Okay, so there's a lot to unpack with this card, right? Casey, good night. I love you. And thank you so much for texting Steve. I totally forgot I was running late as usual. Mike Roberts, thank you so much. He said, everyone get Gemma's book or we're not friends anymore. Yes, guys, hit me up for those autographed copies. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. So sweet. Taiwaz, I know that you recognize the magic in your life, and I know that you recognize the magic all around you. I know that you kind of are like me in a way where you are magic, right? I feel like this week it's time to step out and step into it a little bit. Like step into showing or telling others what it's about. Like what I do here, right? Some people have no idea what Oracle is or how I read the cards beyond the book. I'm showing them that I'm pulling from something that I opened that I call a channel, right? A portal of light and magic and love. I feel like it's important this week that you bring this, whatever magic you're best at, bring it to somebody and open their eyes and teach them. And I feel like it's going to light something in them. Maybe not this week, but it's going to sit. You're going to plant that seed, and eventually they're going to be very important to the community.
Damn. Sorry about that.
Like, I appreciate it. I do. But, I also have become so close with a lot of you that I do worry a lot of the time about you guys. And I do think about you guys often. Like Blue Heron, she like messaged me like, hey, I'm not going to be in chat tonight. She knows I'll be worried. Gray Wolf, when I didn't see you for like 2 weeks, if I didn't see you tonight, I told Ghost Dragons I'm going to message you. Like, I do worry when I don't see you. And it's not because like you have to check out my stream. It's just because I'm so used to you guys at least popping in. Casey, I know she listens to pretty much every stream in the background. She just doesn't come in. So it's nice to see her, but I know she's always here. All right. We need to do a new person. And I think Blue Crossroads and Shauna, we should do soon so that they get their readings. Unless you have it written down a certain way, then it's up to you.
Tell me my job.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. Actually, let's do Blue Crossroads and Shauna first. And then we'll do Miss Paranormal research. Well, wait, I'm sorry. They'll do Total Guerrero, how you say the name?
Guerrera?
Yeah, they came in before Miss Paranormal, so.
Okay, let's start with Shauna and Blue Crossroads, and then
we'll go from there. Sorry about that.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get reorganized here.
No, that's fine.
Because I know she's got a busy day tomorrow.
Taiwaz, I know you do, and I know you try your best. And it's hard also when we've seen things that may have given us. Yeah, so I'm not a doctor to say anyone had PTSD, but like that gives us that PTSD kind of feeling that like I don't want to deal with this because, I don't want to talk about this to someone because it might bring it back to me. But I think there's someone that really needs to hear what you have to say this week, even if it's hard for you to reach out with it. Definitely coming. Aaron Billings, hey again. All right. Oh, Miss Paranormal Search, thank you so much for subscribing. I definitely appreciate that. Paranormal Pixie, thank you. Yeah, I wanted to put them in because Blue Crossroads said that they weren't going to be able to stay. So
yeah, she's got a point
their reading. But I do appreciate that. Yeah, Taiwaz, I know the feeling. Believe me. Blue Crossroads, yes, Shauna, I love you, girl. I got your back. I'm always praying for you. I'm always worrying, but trying to be positive. Too much, worry is okay, but too much worrying can put negativity on the person that you're thinking about. Shauna, you got Dive Deep. Dive deeply into your current situation to help reveal any hidden factors that are at play. Relax to feel comfortable and acclimate to this new environment or situation. Mermaids are very much at home in the watery world of emotions. Their environment is fluid, just like our emotions, always flowing and forever changing. As you dive into the depths of yourself, experience the magic and wonder of your beautiful inner world. Embrace this magical and vast aspect of yourself and know that you're timeless and limitless in the depths of your being. The journey within can go as deep as you wish and can be a powerfully transformative experience. You may like to explore the sacred practice of shamanism, which involves diving deep into our shadow side so we can become healed on deeper levels. I just want to mention, I believe that's the second card in the past few weeks that mentioned shamanism and you, Shauna. Diving deep can reveal many inner mysteries. Learn to observe them with a clear perspective and try to do this without attachment to anything that's discovered. Allow revelations to happen naturally. One way to do this is to watch any inner discoveries if you're watching a TV screen, but without any emotional attachments to what you're viewing. Another meaning of this card is that you or someone else could be staying on the surface of a situation when it could be preferable to dive deep and explore the deeper meaning of what's really going on. It can also take courage to do this, as we often fear the unknown, but usually the discovery isn't as bad as we think, but often it can bring joy and freedom, and sometimes from years of avoidance. This card's meaning can also be literal. It could be telling you it's time to go for a swim and or learn to dive. Shauna, I just think what this is saying is, your emotions, our emotions are very fluid, especially as a Pisces. Okay, so you're going to be dealing with a lot of a Pisces sun, a lot of emotional, some really burdensome things this week. And for a while now, I think you have. But I believe what this card is saying is look deeper into, and this is so hard to say, but I have to, the lessons that it's teaching you. I feel like once you come out of this, and you are going to come out of this stronger, on top, and better, you're going to look back on it and be like, if I didn't go through that, this, and that would never have happened. And the universe is saying, why not try to look into that now? Why not try to see how this is shaping a better part of your reality now, if at all possible? Cowie, welcome. Wow, I lost 14 people in the last 5 minutes. Okay, Blue Crossroads.
Some of them come back.
Yeah, they come back. I don't usually pay attention. I just happened to look, and I was like, oh my goodness.
It's jumping up and down, actually.
Blue Crossroads, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good, you're good.
I'm going to use the Magic of You deck for you. Cowie, so nice to see you. Yeah, ufologists, that's right. I'm a firm believer stuff happens for a reason. And that's totally true. But when it's something really, really life-changing, life-threatening, and it kind of overtakes us, and it's really hard to see the lesson in it while we're in it. You're so welcome, sweetie. All right, Mr. Cosmo. Which the magic you seek is inside of you, so let it flow. A lot of magic in the decks tonight, right? Card number 36. This is the lucky card. When this card is drawn, a bonus appears in your life and key events and situations turn in your favor. Remember, luck is preparation, meaning opportunity. Have you taken all available steps and made an authentic effort to be prepared for that which you seek? So if you're really wishing, hoping, praying for something, how prepared are you for it to actually happen? The witch holds her hands gently over the crescent moon, a potent symbol of new opportunities and fresh potential. Her cupping fingers allow energy to flow unhindered. The raven sits upon a branch, pausing in its journey from the underworld to consider new adventures. Leaves of gold emerge from branches. They signify comfort and beauty after periods of abstinence or loss. The witch knows herself and is not afraid of her potential and opportunities to grow and learn. In the moonlight, she willingly steps to the edge of the cliff and leaps, knowing that the natural way of the world will catch her and she will land exactly where she should. As always, your card and Shauna's go together, at least to some respect, right? This is telling you, I feel like in the next week, possibly 2, you're going to be expected by the universe to just take a leap of faith, okay? Like buying a house sight unseen. It's going to be a huge leap for you. But if you look at regular tarot, the Fool is the first card out of, 72 I think there are in tarot. I'm not good with tarot. It's the start of the journey, the Fool's journey, until he reaches the world and receives everything. But he has to go through all of these steps first. So you're about to start the quote-unquote Fool's journey by taking this gigantic leap of faith and just expecting the universe to make it happen. Just expecting the universe to give you everything that you are expecting. I mean, be prepared for a situation to turn in your favor at the drop of a dime, completely unexpected, but you have to take the leap of faith first. And Ghostdragonzw, that's why he takes my list.
Surrounded by burgers. There's a lot of us.
I know. And you know what's funny? Pisces sun and Virgo are supposed to be like best friends.
I guess I better leave then and go back to my basement. Going back to the basement.
No, I need you to take my list. Did you get your
Oh
gift
my
yet?
God. There you go.
All right, who's next?
Did you want to do somebody new?
Yeah.
Let's do Total, if they're still here. Total.
Guerra?
Yeah. Sorry.
Total Guerra, if you're still here. That's a Facebook friend of mine. And then Miss Paranormal Search.
Yeah, you can do them if he doesn't show up.
Let me do Miss Paranormal first, and then we'll do total if he pops back in. I know
That sounds awesome.
he's never done Oracle before, so maybe we freaked him out. It happens sometimes, and then they'll
Yeah,
come
it
back in
does.
like a couple weeks and be like, "Oh, hey, oh, thank you so much. I'm glad that you're loving it. Saggy rules. All right, guys. It's all about the chart, though. I got to tell you, it's not just about your sun sign. Nobody ever believes I'm a Pisces on sight. Why? Because I am very alpha. And that's that Aries. Yeah, that's that Aries. Like if someone was a Pisces rising, it'd be hard for me to see them doing something like this.
You know, when she brings me my waffle sandwich, she puts it like a foot away from the door just to instigate me.
It's true though. It's all about your full chart.
Now everybody thinks, you know, I can imagine.
Leo moon. I'm a Libra moon. I'm a wild child, I will tell you guys.
I won't say all the things I got in trouble doing.
Miss Paranormal. So you got the card of Princess Victorious, and it is the 6th card in the Oracle of the Divine Circus. You are being asked to be a big picture person for the moment. Sometimes immediate gratification has to give way for a grander scheme unfolding, which will ultimately lead you to far greater and more meaningful success. What seems to be a delay, obstacle, loss, or even failure now is a twist in the plot of your life necessary for your gracious destiny to unfold according to a higher plan. It can be hard to keep it.
Sorry. Huh? My computer's freaking out.
Oh, I'm like, what are you doing?
Oh, my computer's freaking out.
You've been defeated just one too many times. It's easy to make fear and doubt mean something they don't. It's usually something like being doomed to fail, and so we might as well give up. However, fear and doubt are just symptoms of fatigue. They are signs that we are feeling battle weary when it comes to our lives. To overcome weariness and create happiness, you are being asked to temporarily surrender your need to win, just for now. Instead, you're guided to step back, regroup, replenish, be kind to yourself, and know this. Sometimes you have to be willing to lose the battle in order to win the war. That means being willing to go through things in the short term that might seem like failure without losing confidence, courage, and trust that everything is going to work your way in the long term. The Oracle of Princess Victorious encourages you to know that you are strong and determined enough to bounce back and overcome difficult circumstances. You will be given the power to succeed at the right time and in the best way for all concerned. For now, an apparent delay, failure, loss, or change of course is really a saving grace. In time, with a broader perspective, you'll look back and be grateful for not getting what you thought you wanted in the way you thought you wanted it, because what will come to you eventually will be so superior in every single way. So give in to how your journey is unfolding, even if it seems like you're losing when you'd rather be winning. But don't give up hope. Trust that the universe is strategic. It is helping you to succeed. It knows that the things that don't work out now can help you move toward the things that will work for you in the long term. If you need a sign to know that things are going to work out for the best, even if it seems like they're falling apart along the way, then this is it. So I feel like if you have a specific question or a specific situation or person that you're thinking about, the universe is saying, okay, maybe that job situation didn't work out, or maybe that relationship didn't work out. But the universe is saying, trust in me, meaning the universe, something way better is coming your way. Like the universe right now is strategically planning the chess game of your life so that you can, snatch that king up much quicker than if you were to gotten what you wanted immediately. It's like that song, Thank God for Unanswered Prayers. When you look back, you're like, oh my gosh, thank God, like I didn't get that job, or oh my gosh, thank God I didn't get pregnant at that time, because look what happened 3 weeks later. Like whatever the case may be, this card is saying that it's really, I'm so sorry, I just got distracted. What this card is saying is that it's really I think something's going to not happen that you're expecting, and you could either get really down and depressed over it and be like, why am I even bothering? But this is the universe. You coming in here and getting this card is the universe telling you, like, don't worry, have faith, you know, trust that it is all working out for the better.
Paranormal Pixie. Laura.
Miss Lara, never foggy tea. Okay. He's like, it's not a great name to shorten to initials only. Okay. Cisco Chance wants to know who is next.
I'm working on it.
You just
Melissa
read it.
Vixen, Anna, Johnny, and she, the person is, that was, who was it? Oh, Cisco?
Cisco Chance.
About 10 to 12 down from there. But
Miss
some people have left, so it may be sooner.
Miss Paranormal Search, thank you, and you're welcome so much. Lara, I'm going to use the Fairy Temple Oracle. This is another oldie but goodie I haven't used in a while. I brought out a lot of my magical decks tonight. Yeah, I think that any disappointment, and I do think it's going to be a disappointment that comes in this week. I do weekly, so I try to keep it to this week, but sometimes it just comes in. You're obviously going to be disappointed as a human being, as an emotional entity, you know. But try not to dwell on it, because there is something way better. Even if you can't imagine it, I'm telling you, it's coming. It's coming. And you are magic. All right, Lara. Creation, joy, dreams, and momentum. The artwork. The Blueberry Fairy assists with creative communication. She offers you juicy berries to sweeten your artistic flow. These antioxidant-rich berries nourish your soul inspirations. To engage the power of the Blueberry Fairy, stay open and listen to the whispers in the wind. Her subtle, swift, and fluid movements inspires imaginative ideas and magical momentum. Enjoy the innovative process and find your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Joy is the key to true fulfillment and prosperity. Be honest with yourself. Are you sugarcoating your procrastination with excuses, self-sabotage, and overthinking? Utilize your strengths, delegate the rest, and accept support when necessary. The Blueberry Fairy supports intuitive expression, implementation, and fruitful completion. She will help you ripen your artistic offerings to ensure a fruitful harvest. Creativity comes to in infinite forms. Find inspiration in nature, poetry, art, and music to design a sweet life. You are the very essence of creation, like a tiny blueberry of creativity bursting into being. This fairy stirs your imaginative juices while tapping into the inquisitive play of the fairy realms. Explore your hidden talents and passionate pathways to manifest your desires. Dare to dream extravagantly, explore the possibilities available to you, and bring your creative pursuits to life. You may be a promising author, artist, actor, entrepreneur, designer, musician, chef. The options are endless. Or you may just wish to enrich your lifestyle with aspirations for personal gratification. Your affirmation for this week: life is sweet. So, Lara, this is about creativity, right? It's about getting your quote unquote creative juices flowing and moving forward with like a project. But what I also got, what's coming in intuitively, is they're showing me like procrastination. Like, just for instance, say this is something artistic, right? Say that you're good at drawing and you want to sell your art. So you start getting a website together, you start pricing everything, and then the very next day you're like, my art sucks, I can't do that. And you take everything back down off the internet. And then you're like, why did I do that? I need to sell my art. And it's like this back and forth is what I'm seeing. It doesn't have to be, I'm not getting creative. And I'm not saying you're not creative. I'm not getting like that it's something to do with that. I just feel like there's something in your life that you are really procrastinating about. And Spirit's kind of saying like, it's do or die. Like, it's time for you to take the leap, to make the decision to either do whatever this is or don't. But try to do it this week, because I feel like the universe is getting a little impatient, waiting for you to make this decision, and they're about to step in and make it for you. And we know that when the universe steps in, they want to do everything for our highest good. So what they'll do is they won't give you the path of least resistance. They'll give you the road less traveled, and then you're going to have to go through more difficult times than necessary if you had just made whatever this decision is in the first place. If it is a creative endeavor, like literally creative, like writing a book or a painting or drawing, whatever, get on it. It is good enough. You are good enough. Do whatever it takes. Noelle, what is up? Try to make that decision this week, whatever it is. It could even be a relationship. I mean, whatever it is, okay? But you need to really make a decision. BCD, hi. That's Bushcraft D.
Melissa, Nicole. Bacon. Still waiting for my sandwich to be snuck down.
I'm going to use, you guys are so welcome. Thank you all for allowing me to read for you. Melissa, I'm going to use the wisdom of the House of Night. I want to thank everyone who's gotten personals, who's gotten video manifestation sessions, who's gotten video 1-hour chats, purchased all that, who's purchased manifestation intention sprays, who's donated PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat, Super Sticker. All of you guys, thank you so much. Thank you to everyone who shows up for me constantly, who's purchased merch. I know the merch was a little bit of a disaster, but I let someone else take total control over it, and I shouldn't have done that. But I do apologize for that, but I'm working on making it better. It's going to be purely Gemma this time. Playing poker with Gemma. Why is that bad?
You try, though.
I'm actually really good at poker. If you couldn't get, being able to sense what someone else's hand is really helps. Melissa Nicole. I don't have a poker face though. I'm always like, yee. Okay, you got the High Priestess of Air. Could be dealing with a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. Already getting it's not your energy. So dealing with an air sign, possibly a moon air. You have drawn the symbol of the vampire High Priestess of Air, the goddess of rational thought. Logical thinking, reason, and using your mind to consider the next right action are the qualities encouraged by my vampire High Priestess of Air. Now is the time to think before you act. You are blessed with a wondrous mind and imagination. Your ability to communicate is enhanced when you meet the High Priestess of Air. This is the moment to have reasonable conversations and make calculated decisions. And I get for some reason that's the key here. Calculated decisions, right? This is a lot more than thinking before you speak, okay? This is, I love chess. This is thinking 10 steps ahead of the other person. All right. So I do feel like I feel a very tumultuous, again, I always feel this with you, codependent, toxic, kind of even bordering on abusive, possibly situation in your life. You are the air sign. Okay. I feel as though with an air, like as an air sign, you should have an air sun. You should have a lot of rational thought and reasoning. But I feel like for some reason, and it could have to do with another person, a lot of that has been taken away. It's like you're no longer thinking for yourself. When it comes to big decisions having to do with you and your life. And this is actually a really serious message compared to what I normally get. I mean, I always get serious messages, but I'm feeling like immediately drained, like just from all this. And I don't even know what all this is, but that's what I was compelled to say, with all this. It's time for you to take control of your life back, to take control of your mind back. Because I feel like whether you realize it or not, you're not in control of your actions, your thoughts. I don't know. Like, I don't know what this is, girl, but I feel like if you can step outside of whatever this situation is, whether it be a job, a romantic partner, whatever it is, you really need to step outside of it and calculated decisions, as in if you decide to get out of whatever this is, like if it's a work environment that's just really toxic like this, don't just be like, hey, I'm quitting, and then leave. That is not going to work out well for you. Make a calculated decision, be 10 steps ahead, and before your boss knows it, you're out of there, right? For some reason, I'm getting, don't let people know what your moves are, especially not this week. Been second guessing lately. No, don't do that. Really understand that your intuition is on point. As an air sign, you're reasonable, you're rational. You could be emotional too as a human being, but in air sign, it's like the universe is telling you, girl, you know better. But I feel like it would be really bad for you to just like up and walk out of a relationship or up and walk out of a job. You need to be 10 steps away. Or 10 steps ahead of whoever or whatever this is. That's really important. Like, I'm getting like this. Like, I need to drill that into your head. Okay? Do not make any rash decisions. Don't blurt things out in the heat of the moment. No, Mike, you can't quit. Can't ever quit. Never give up on anything.
Nope.
Who's next?
Aiden.
And you've been getting a lot of magical cards lately. I'm going to use my magical deck, the Wild
Maybe
Wisdom.
you get lucky and get an owl.
Wild Wisdom of the Fairy.
She needs an owl. Give her an owl.
Melissa Nicole, you're always welcome. And thank you. Always on target. Thank you. It's not me, but I do appreciate it. I am here with the messages. I was chosen, and I met all of you, and I really am happy. Come on. Need a card. Okay. Need a card for Anna. I guess that's it. Barnabas and the Prince. Adventures, discovery, travel, meeting destiny. Zombie. Okay. The journey, explorer, seeker, wanderer, hero. For your dreams to come true, you must take action and get out of your comfort zone. Then you will be in the right place at the right time. In this strong and powerful card of seeking out your soulmate, the prince is actively in search of his true love. It doesn't have to be a person. It could be a job that you've always wanted, your dream home, your dream vacation. It doesn't have to be about love. He knows she will not be a missing part of him. He does not seek to find another just like him, he does not seek to find another just like him, only in female form. He will know, though, when he finds his true love, because the frog will sing his song when she is reached. You see, in the lore of the frog, their voice heralds a downpour, the refreshing rain quenching the thirst of the dry earth. For Barnabas, a seeker and prince on a quest, his dream is about to be realized. So when you receive this card in your reading, you know that your quest and your search is going to create new opportunities, and there will be a successful end to your search. You will find what you seek and so much more. Listen for the song of the natural world. When you hear it, that is when you know your wish has been granted. You need to quest, to see your search as a journey, an adventure, and even travel to go where you are being guided to bring about the realization of a dream. The way to find love, adventure, gifts, and mystery is to be brave and go, finally, on your quest. D Oceans, Deep Blue, we can do you in a couple if you can hang out for a few minutes. And a dream, a vocation, success, or purposeful activity is reaching out for you, just as you have reached out for it. Use the power of your voice to call out for it. Let the world and the natural world know that you wish for them to deliver. Seeking out a mate, actively searching for a soulmate, searching for you, synchronicity, a job. In order for you to be in alignment with your dream, for your dream to dream you, you must be walking the right path and be in the right place at the right time. So this card reminds you that staying in your present comfort zone will not bring about that which in your heart you yearn for. You must become active and you must create. It also reminds you that travel and adventure can bring about soul growth that will let your song grow stronger. And it is in this way that your soul kind can find you. Have no fear. The drought will be broken. You will change in it. What is going on? You will change several times throughout this lifetime, reincarnating within one life. but you must be an adventurer. Have no fear. The drought will be broken. What kind of transportation do you use? It may be time for a rethink. I'm sorry that was so confusing. I don't know. That was weird. Yeah. And I feel like, again, because of your spiritual ascensions, and I do feel like you kind of ascended, again, the double arrow card, 2 weeks in a row. Fear is going to hold you back. Worrying about if having everything you've always wanted is really going to be having everything you always wanted, or if there's going to be more, because there's always something, right? Like when I get my dream beach house, I'm going to want my dream car, you know, like, and that's okay. That's as a human to strive for more and strive for better. What this is saying though, is you need to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. And I feel like you're in a space right now where you've done so much work. You're just like, can't the universe just deliver like just this once? Like I put all this work in, and the answer unfortunately is no. Like you still have to go out and actively seek what you want. And as soon as you start doing that and you decide F the fear and just go for it, it's going to be unlike anything you ever could have imagined. And I don't mean something on a grand scale, like you're going to end up with $1 million. I mean, you could, but it's going to be that peace that you've been after, that, the absolute trust in certain people around you. Do you know what I mean? Knowing that the universe is like working for you. I feel like you may have lost sight of that a little bit, and the universe is calling you back and saying, get out. I'm afraid to let go and let the gifts back in. Okay, so that's what we're talking about then. And thank you for letting me know. Wrenches, just be on point. Messiah the Dawn, what's up? Afraid to let go and let the gifts back in. And I think, you know, what is this card saying? You know, face the fear, get uncomfortable. There's a reason and that they're coming back in, okay? You're not going to be able to shut them out. They're just going to bang harder. They're just going to continue to try to break down the door. If you need me to work with you, I will if you need my help. I've been doing a lot better with doing the video chats and actually talking to people one-on-one. Whereas I used to like literally run from that, but that was something I had to deal with. So I'd be more than happy to find time to help you. Or if you can go to someone else who like knows what all this is about, you absolutely must let them in. And I do feel like there's someone else involved here where like their life is going to change so significantly, somehow like a chain reaction of you letting your gifts back in and learning to work with them and not fear them. And trust me, I've been there just in the past year and a half. Okay. If you remember when I used to stream with Steve, I didn't talk about being a medium. I didn't talk about spirit because I was afraid of opening back up to it. But look how many I've helped. I mean, I hope you guys always tell me I help you and all this, but that's going to be the same for you. They're coming back in for a reason. And I do feel like somebody else is going to end up involved here and in a major way.
Okay, we're going to do, well, Vixen said to go ahead and do devotion.
Yeah,
so go ahead and do them.
Mm-hmm.
And then do Vixen.
Alrighty, Deoceans, I am going to use the Dark Goddess. And can I tell you guys, there's a new Dark Goddess deck coming out soon. All the good ones, like the Avatar deck, the Britney Spears deck, new Dark Goddess deck. And then there's another one that's like dark and dangerous things in the forest or something. Like, I'm like, I need these decks. And every time they're not out yet. So there's another goddess deck that's like about the dark goddesses, but for some reason I read the reviews. They have the Virgin Mother, but not Hecate, which doesn't make sense because the Virgin Mother is not a goddess. So I don't know. I didn't purchase it because of those reviews. All right, the Oceans. Just making sure they're not upside down. It never fails, guys. It never fails. Hecate. That's my goddess. That is the triple moon symbol that is on all of my merchandise now. And here she is. She's the goddess of protection. Won't shed a tear, must stand alone. The path ahead is one to own. Release all duties of indemnation, guarded now from condemnation by the power of the dark goddess in me. Protection in place, blessed be. Most of the time, you rejoice in people coming to you for help, advice, or just to be a shoulder to cry on. But when push comes to shove, who do you turn to? You can't protect all of the world, nor can you decide the fate of others for long. It'll push you to the breaking point. You've reached an important crossroads where taking on all the ills of others and responsibility for their actions is grinding you down. Hecate holds the keys to your future. Together you stand before the gates of a great decision. It is time to lay down the woes of the world and the burdens of others and step forward alone. And just like Hecate, you will learn to accept that you can still help from a distance if you so choose. Those who have relied on you so much before will need to live their own lives and take responsibility for their own choices. Shielding someone from the truth is not helping them right now. Focus on your own ability to listen rather than your need to lecture. An old flame is circling. Ensure your insurance policies are valid and up to date. Make the repairs to your home that you've been long neglecting. Archetypal guardian of Greek origin, Hecate was the goddess of magic, witchcraft, the night, the moon, ghosts, and necromancy. She was the only child of the Titans Perseus and Asteria, from whom she received her power over heaven, earth, and sea. She became the embodiment of the triple goddess with far-reaching powers and a wealth of wisdom. Okay, this is a lot to unpack, okay? So D, what this is really saying is, there may be someone, several someones, but I'm getting at least one person in your life who, like, you've been trying to help for a while, but it's like they keep coming back with the same problem and you keep giving like the same advice, but like they're not taking your advice. It's like, I don't know if they're coming to you for money or if they're coming to you for a place to stay or if they're just coming to vampirically drain you, because that's exactly what they're doing. Any lethargy you feel right now, any feelings of like negative vibrational, like the lower stuff, like feeling like giving up, feeling like why bother, feeling tired all the time, lack of sex drive, if that's not something that's normal for you. All of these things are happening because there is someone in your life who is vampirically feeding off you. I don't think they know that they're feeding off you, but I do think they know that like they're causing you a lot of stress, possible anxiety, and they're doing it anyway. I don't know if this is addiction or like what this is, but there's like a really toxic person that you need to really get rid of. Also, it said specifically, make sure your insurance is up to date with your car, your home, whatever that may be. And also, I think it's time that you put your boundaries up. This person's not going to stick to them. So I'll just help you skip that step and tell you, you need to love them from a distance because they are vampirically feeding. Know it or not, I don't really think they care. There's something going on with this person. I don't know. I'm getting addiction, but it could be so many different things of why they're doing this, and they're really not, love them from a distance. It doesn't mean you have to stop loving them. You don't just turn love on and off with a switch, but stop helping them. Stop being their shoulder. Stop being the person they can run to. Enough is enough. Like, and if you don't, you're just going to, you're going to lose pieces of yourself because your soul is starting to go. Energy vampires are in full force right now, Taiwaz, and that's why the shadow phase of the retrograde sucked it went so much longer and sucked the life out of us so much harder. It hit us so much harder than it normally does because the collective consciousness is shifting. We're ascending as a collective, right? As a race. But again, with the good comes the bad, and those lower vibrational creeps just come on in, and they just, the past 2 days, you can ask Steven, I have been like a maniac. I've been screaming. I've been hollering. I slammed my finger in the drawer and I kicked the drawer like 5 times and cursed it out. And like, that's not me. I was kind of felt like I was being overtaken by the stress of the world. Yeah, sure.
They're going at it again. Vixen Doe.
Taiwaz, exactly. I don't either. You guys are my this is my hangout for the week. This is my girls' night out with you girls and guys. You know what I mean? This is what I do. I have family night on Thursday where we take our son for pizza. Like, I don't associate with a lot of people. SDK, hi. No sorries. I'm just so glad that you're back and welcome back. Broke my whole toenail. Yeah, I was gonna say it says like this really sturdy wooden dresser. I don't know what I was thinking, but I was so mad. I literally felt like steam was like my head was gonna pop off like a cartoon and steam was gonna come out of my ears. So I just sat there like this for like 5 minutes and I was just asking for guidance and patience and calmness. I've been losing it. I have amethyst, like I said, right here, and I have howlite in here because I need it close to my heart. This is rhodonite. I have all kinds of crystals on today, and I don't usually do that. I don't usually need to do that. But Paranormal Pixie, thank you. She said, same for me, Gemma. This is my favorite social. Don't worry about the doggy. It's all right. Who's next? Welcome back, Crowley.
Vixen Doe.
Miss Vixen Doe. Vixen, how many is Halloween? Halloween. And if anybody in here is new, welcome. And you're always welcome in here as long as you're respectful. We don't judge anyone. We don't indict anyone. We don't, if anything, you're going to make a whole bunch of new friends. BCD. Gray is preying on people's souls. SDK4442. Well, you're in luck because if I can get it edited tonight, there's another one. Some of it's repeat information, but what I have at the end there is going to knock your socks off. I'm supposed to take it out on Dragon. Never. That's a joke. Was he barking because maybe Amazon was there?
No, they're at it. That's instigating him.
I want to check the gift that RJ and I picked out for Ghost Dragons. See if it's there yet.
No, they're going at it big time. Dad started it.
It's there. It's there.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
It's Vixen, so go ahead and do her.
All
and
right.
I'll go get it.
Let me show you guys what our RJ actually picked it out, which was strange that he knew. It's one of my favorite gemstones. It's Dragon's Blood Jasper. I have some on my altar, so obviously we had to get it for him. Isn't it cute? Crowley, that sounds awesome. Someone just texted me and it said, "It's been a long time, Jones. How have you been?" I think you got the wrong number. Sorry. We'll see. All right, Vixen Doe, let's do this. Yep, Hecate, that's my girl. My name means moon goddess or belonging to the moon, and she is the moon goddess. So, Dioshin Sipu, thank you so much for coming in, and have a great week. Yeah, I think he will. He'll really appreciate it. Did you get it? Did you get it? I want to see how small it is. I'm wondering if it's the size of my angels.
Oh, there's nothing in it.
No, it's going to be like this big.
It's in another package. Up! Wants to keep coming back.
Never, Foggy. No, that's not my husband. Just my bestie.
It won't open. She sent me a gnome.
Never.
Now it's in another package.
Now you know how I feel.
The package within the package within the package.
All right, Vixen Doe, I'm going to read for you quickly.
And
Show
the
it.
elephant.
Put it up to the thing. Hold on. Do you know what it is, though?
It's an elephant.
It's an elephant, but it's a dragon's blood jasper.
Oh, it is, isn't it? Oh, cool. Oh, it's so shiny. It's even got a place to put a loop in it.
Does it? Could
Yeah.
you imagine wearing that? You'd be like a gangster with a big chain, but you got a big old...
But it can be hanging like this. Because it's
That
right.
would be cute. Put a little piece of silk and put them over your bed or something.
I'll set him in front of me with the rest of my stuff.
Diane, another moon goddess. Yeah, nice. All right, bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Vixen Doe, sweetest icon, risky red desire, poison and freedom, tempting hearts of fire. Apples have been a symbol of Samhain for a very long time. Apples, when cut in half, have a seed pattern that looks like a pentagram, and so the Celts held the fruit to be sacred. Bobbing for apples, the game traditionally played at Halloween, has its origins in the Samhain festival and is one of the oldest associated with this celebration. I do too, and Ghostdragonzw actually got me a bowl of it. The traditional way to play is to place 3 or 13 apples into a barrel of water, and the game is to try and bite an apple whilst it floats and bobs in the water. I hate spit. I would throw up if I saw people play this game. Hands must not be used, and people often compete with each other, bobbing at the same time. It is believed that the Romans brought the custom to Britain, and there are quite a few images recorded through art of this activity in both cultures. It was said that unmarried women who placed the apple they had bobbed under their pillow would dream of their future husband. In Newfoundland and some parts of Ireland even today, Halloween is called Snap Apple Night. Candy apples, apple on a stick covered in toffee, although not quite as popular now as they once were as Halloween fare, are now making a comeback as a fun and simple treat to prepare on this night. Yeah, that's so weird. It's okay, though. Apples have been an iconic part of mythos from ancient times to modern. The story of the poison apple in Snow White, to the Roman goddesses Pomona's magical apple tree, to the Christians' tempting fruit in the Garden of Eden, which, by the way, in the Bible, it does never say apple. It says fruit. It wasn't an apple. It was a pomegranate. Should you receive this apple in your reading, it's time to look at how risk plays out in your life. Are you hedging your bets and not trying anything new? Do you want to change but are not willing to change anything? Are you willing to risk to get a greater reward? Or alternatively, are you risking too much and too often? So I guess we have another kind of, what is it called? Theme this week, right? Vixen Doe. Yeah, I don't know where my mom is. She's not here. Not here tonight. She comes in like once a month. Taking risks, right? But like I always say, is the juice worth the squeeze? Are you taking too much of a risk or being like too patient with one particular person or situation? Or are you playing it too safe, like playing it too close to your vest, like you're not willing to step out on that limb or step out on that ledge anymore? And what the universe is saying is, you know, I hate this phrase, but I have to say it. Nothing changes if nothing changes. So for this week, Vixen Doe, the universe wants you to change one tiny thing every day. Even if it's the fact that you get up, you have your coffee, you go on a run, and then you come home and shower and go to work. So get up, go on the run, then come home and have your coffee. Like, change something little every day. It doesn't matter if you feel like it's affecting you majorly or not. It's going to get you more used to change in the long run, because something in your life, it's going to come up that really needs to change soon. And it's going to be a lot for you to handle when that tower moment hits you, if you're not preparing for a change, okay? And getting used to the idea of it. Thank you, Taiwaz. I really appreciate that. I definitely will, Mike. I'm going to see her Friday for the weekend. I'm going to try to exercise that gin. Never foggy tea. Yeah, that was kind of funny. Someone asked a couple weeks ago if he was my dad. Like, we're just friends. He's my bestie. And yes, we're in different locations. I'm in New Jersey. He is in Ohio. My mom and I were talking.
Making me feel old.
The synopsis of my book. That I read to her and I read last night here on stream. So yeah, guys, definitely check it out tomorrow. I'll let you guys know on Facebook and in the community tab if you're subscribed when it hits Amazon. And remember, if you want a signed copy, email me, Facebook message me, text me if you have my number, and let me know that you want that signed copy. You'd send me the money through PayPal. I'll order the book and send it to you signed. I even got these really cute hot pink bags that say, "This is what you've been waiting for," or something like that on it, that I'm going to send the books out in. So seriously considering selling my house and buying a travel van and hitting the road in October. You know how you can gear up to making that decision? By changing one small thing every day. And the universe is saying, go for it. Like, I can see you doing it in my head. Like, go. All right, who's next?
First of all, I want to thank you again. I like you. Very nice. Thank you so much. Also,
I was looking at them. They had Dalmatian Jasper, the Dragon's Blood Jasper, and another one. And I didn't tell RJ which one was which because I was going to send you that one anyway. And he was like, ooh, I like that one because he likes this little ball one we have. He's always looking at it. Because, guys, look at Dragon's Blood Jasper, how beautiful that is.
I like that one.
It's actually one of my favorites. This and the Rhodonite, because Rhodonite's pink, of course.
Okay, New England, and no, you're not too late. You're still on the list. Johnny Yuma.
All right, Johnny Yuma, are you still here? I think you are.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are.
There's like a lot coming in, and they're like now getting in my face, and I'm like, this is not. I'm trying to explain like this is not like a channeling session for like spirit messages, as far as like tell John that I said I loved him, things like that. And I have like randoms coming in that have nothing to do with this chat right now. I guess when I opened, because I did it so quickly because I was running late, I must have really opened, and I have like random spirit here right now, and it's making me very uncomfortable.
Yeah, last week when they did that to you, man, I could see the shadows.
Yeah,
and it was like just waiting to say something. I'm like, she knows they're there.
Yeah, I interact with them, I telepathically, so like I can say, but like when they start getting in my face, it's really frustrating for me, especially because the message is not for anyone in here, and I'm trying to tell them like I will help you later, like, and trying to push their energy back, and they just keep coming, and it's very distracting, and it's also very rude. Anyway, I'm sorry. Who's next?
Johnny Yuma.
Johnny Yuma.
And then we're gonna do Smoochie because I was gonna call her right after him anyways.
Okay, is Johnny Yuma here? Ocean Mist, hi. Yes, Ocean Mist, you're on the list. Is this your first time here?
No, they've been here before, I believe.
Yeah, I remember the name, but just making sure. You know better than me because you've been keeping the list. Is Johnny Yuma here? Because I don't want to pull a card and then he's not here.
I thought he just said yeah.
Okay, I didn't.
Yeah, he's here. He said you looked amazing.
Oh, thank you, sir. I gotta get a haircut. It's not easy because apples float. You know what's so funny? When I met my daughter for the first time last year, she was 12. Okay, great. Welcome back. I love seeing people that come back in because it makes me feel like we really welcome people in here, which is what I want to do. So anyway, one of the main things, I don't know how we got on the subject. She's like, I hate spit. And I was like, I looked at her and suddenly she was in slow motion. Like, oh, I was like, you are my child. And then RJ, the other night, I was eating a caramel apple at the fair, and then I gave some to Ray, and RJ got off the ride. And he was all about this apple. Once he saw we bit it, he was like, oh, get that away from me. Like, it's a thing, I guess, in my family. Like, I don't like spit. Or, like, sometimes, like, I'm that mom, or I used to be, where I'd be like, come here. Not realizing, like, how gross that is. Even, like, I hate it. And now he's like, Mom, don't do that. He's like, that's gross. And last night, Ray went to wipe his face. And he's like, you just wiped your dirty mouth with that. And Ray didn't even wipe his face with it, but RJ thought he did. And he, like, freaked out. He was like, don't touch me with that.
Oh, Salvador.
Salvador, hi. It's just nasty. Like, it doesn't matter how much.
I have a real thing about people touching my food while I'm eating my dinner.
Oh, yeah, me too.
I actually steal my fries, and it would drive me nuts. Like, don't touch my food.
We're going to have issues if we ever eat together.
Nah, I usually don't. Just her, because she would eat the whole thing.
Oh, yeah, no.
And it's like, come on, man.
I'm that mom. All right, Johnny, I'm about to pull your card. Sorry. I'm that mom. Like, I was in my doctor's appointment last month, and the guy next to me, I offered him some hand sanitizer because I have this really good one I got from Bath & Body Works. It smells like birthday cake. So he asked for some, so I gave it to him. And he rubbed his hands with it, but he spilled a little on his pants. And I saw he was wearing nice pants. So I pulled out antibacterial wipes. I pulled out tropical wet ones. And I'm like, do you need one of these? He's like, are you a mom? I was like,
are you a mom?
Yes, I definitely am. Hashtag mom life. Gemma, if you need a little help with energetic pushback, I can have a discussion with spirit. They're good now. They're probably going to come back. This one dude is like super pushy, and I'm like, there's nobody here for you. I can feel a connection between you guys. So like, if your Aunt Josephine came in, I would be like, hey, I need to talk to you after the chat, which has never happened because I specifically channel it's different. It's just, I don't know how to explain. It's just different than when I'm saying like Vixen Doe's Uncle Bob, I need you to come through. You know what I mean? And I don't like doing that because if I get the smallest thing wrong, it makes people question me. It rings my nerves. So I don't really do readings like that. I'm okay for now, but I will let you know. Johnny, you got the family tree card, expansion and legacy, but you did get it in the reverse, and it's card number 14. So it's upside down because you pulled it in reverse. The family tree reversed indicates some sort of disconnect with family members or close friends who are like family. This could come in the form of a temporary falling out or simply a long distance move. There could also be a delay in a hoped for marriage, pregnancy, or adoption. But even if it's a significant separation, take heart. Although divorce or the severing of one previously strong tie may seem overwhelming at first, there's a deeper message here. Reverse the tree reveals the roots of your situation, reaching up to heaven. You and your family are connected to spirit from previous generations and into future ones. The strength and wisdom of your spirit family and distant ancestors can help you move through any difficulty. Love yourself through this time, and you will definitely look back on the change as a very good thing. Your affirmation for this week: every soul is a part of my eternal family. Many loving relationships are expanding in my life. So a falling out with a family member, obviously, or with someone who is like family, okay? Johnny Yuma. What this is saying, Lara, yeah, we still really have to get together. I think we could do something cool maybe on a stream together sometime, but I need to just find the time and work that out. I did not forget that. Okay. Johnny, if there's a falling out here with a family member, if it's already happened, okay, or a close friend who's like family, somebody close to you, but I am getting a family connection. The universe is saying it's not time to make up yet, okay? So even if they approach you, it's like they still haven't buried that hatchet. Even if you're able to get through it and make amends, offer forgiveness, accept forgiveness, whatever it is, they're not. They think they are, but they're not. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there is going to be a falling out of a familial tie or a really close friendship bond. And the universe is saying, let it play out. Don't get angry. Don't get all upset, because it's going to work itself out in the long run. You guys just need a little break. It's not like this life altering, I'm never going to speak to, mom again, or I'm never going to speak to my sister again. It's just a temporary thing. And it honestly has nothing to do with you. It has to do with what that person is going through, and there's no real way you can help them. I'm just getting a feeling of like dis-ease and discomfort in general around somebody you're close with lately. That's their BS. Don't even worry about it. Like, asking them what's wrong is going to be like a natural thing you're going to want to do, Johnny, but it's probably not the best thing for you to do right now. I would let them face their own demons, fight their own demons. Just try for this week, okay? Bubba Fett, hi.
Okay, Smoochy.
Smoochy, Smoochy.
Smoochy.
Smoochy, let's use the witching hour cards on you.
She's too cool for school.
That's how she rolls, baby. Every week I'm like, I'm just going to choose like 8 to 10 decks. Never happens.
That's my son, Bubba.
I actually thought that was my son. Yeah, of course. Crowley, can you put Trinity on the list?
No.
Do it.
$5. I want $5.
So do I. All right, Smoochy, here we go.
Gotcha.
The Blue Moon, honoring the past. Blue Moon. And it's card number 31. Also known as the Moon of the Dead, Hunting Moon, and Ancestor Moon. There are 13 moon months in the lunar year cycle, since the lunar calendar does not coincide with the solar year. The blue moon usually occurs in the long months that consist of 31 days. The phrase "once in a blue moon" refers to this extra moon, which occurs only once every 2.5 years. The blue moons open the portal to the realm of the dead. Now is the time to remember those who have passed and to release those whose souls are on the verge of moving to the spirit realm. Since the blue moon, oh, thank you so much, Johnny. Since the blue moon is a time for the realm of the dead, the spirit domain is stronger, amplifying the sight of prophecy. The waxing blue moon represents a time to honor your past. Here, the maiden is pictured cradling a skull in her hands, honoring the dead or those who have gone before. The raven represents prophecy and insight into the past, where she can grasp the full meaning of how these experiences impacted her life. It is time to recognize what is past in your life. Understand that without those bygone days, you would not be the person you are today. It may be that you honor the past, the unenlightened you, the you who did not know back then. Maybe it's time to praise the integrity of someone in your past, like a parent or a friend. This person's advice may have led you to the right path. Think about the lessons learned and let those ethics and morals guide you into the future. Okay, so there are obvious things on this, right? What I'm getting, though, is those lessons, those morals, all of those things are going to be coming up. Maybe not this week, but I am getting like maybe starting this week. You might already be going through it, where it's like a situation that like keeps happening in your life. Like you get into, I'm not saying this is what it is, just an example, an abusive relationship. Like you end one and then the next person ends up being like the same exact person, just a different face. Something like that. Or like you keep getting stuck at jobs where like your boss is a user or an a-hole, or like whatever the case may be. The universe is saying like, it's time now to learn and to stop this cycle. If you have to look at how your ancestors, like your great grandma, handled this situation, or go to your great grandmother, your mother, fathers too. I just use the maternal line when it comes to witches because that's usually where it comes from. But anyway, you may need advice from someone who's given you advice about this situation or a situation like this before, but you didn't take it. So like it's time to go back, even if you got to put your tail between your legs and just be like, listen, I know I didn't listen last time, but can you please help me again? I'm dealing with it again. Or remember the lessons that you learned and take care of it. It's time now to break a cycle. I love the song Rhiannon. 405er. I don't know what this is. Yeah. It's so weird. All right, who's next?
Sophia. She's here.
My mom threw one of my exes down the steps. He walked in her house like, hey, what's up, Carol? And she was like, punched him right in his face and made him go down the steps. And I was like, Mom. And she's like, no, I don't know. He's hitting you. She's like, I don't play that shit in my house. Like, my mom's
like really dude.
But we're from Patterson, dude. Like, we're pretty ghetto. And not that my mom's ghetto anymore, because like now she's a grandma, she's calmed down. But like, I'm her favorite. Everyone knows it. So you just don't mess with me like that. You guys are so welcome. Oh yeah, I remember being a little girl and like my mom, I don't want to embarrass her, but she got into a fight with this lady. I'll never forget it, at the bowling alley. And all I remember is my mom trying to stick this lady's head into the little pool cue where like you shoot pool, and she's like trying to push her face into it. I don't know. I guess I'm my mom's favorite and my dad's favorite though. So, well, I was a good kid though. You know what I mean? Like I didn't get in trouble. I didn't do crazy things. Like I thought people were dumb. Like when I was like 11, I went to the library and made like this PowerPoint presentation on germs so I could show my friends not to kiss boys with their tongues. I was that kid. All right. Sophia, let's do this. There's this meme. It has Christmas stockings hanging on a chimney, and the one says mistake number 1, mistake number 2, and then favorite. And I posted it to my mom's wall because I'm the third out of 3. All right. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful steampunk themed card here. Card number 31. Unleash your creativity. Your creative talents and abilities are your most powerful assets. I'm sorry. Hold on one second. Sophia, I'm so sorry. I needed to connect to the energy and I couldn't grab it. There you are. Sophia, I'm sorry. Your creative talents and abilities are your most powerful assets. Allow your imagination to roam without limits and access new ideas without judging them. It's time for you to be innovative and birth unique creations. If you're feeling stuck, get up and move, try new things, meet new people, read books like mine that's coming out tomorrow, paint, etc. Concentrate on the area of your life where you need to be creative. Are you a great singer who needs to share your talents with others? Do you have an affinity with gardening? Can you tell powerful stories? Are you technically minded? Can you whip up amazing meals? What is your special flavor of creativity? Sophia, whatever it is, give yourself permission and the time to be inventive. The more creative you allow yourself to be, the more fulfilled you're going to feel. I feel like, okay, be creative, do whatever it is that you do. But I'm getting a message on this too about like distraction, right? Distracting yourself with doing something good for yourself, like cooking yourself a great meal or taking yourself out to a great meal. Take yourself out on a date, treat yourself to something nice. Unplug and spend a night taking a ritual bath, spending time in the moonlight and meditating. Make at least one night this week. At least, I would actually say spend the week spoiling yourself. It doesn't have to be financial. Yeah, you can buy yourself, like I bought myself a new shirt for $18. Like that's how I spoil myself. I bought myself a new deck. But also like taking baths, going outside at night and grounding. I love doing that. I never really get to do it, but I love doing it. Make this week solely about Sophia. Okay. If there's anyone who's like codependent with you, give them a few days to like cool it off. I always get this icky attachment to you, Sophia, and I don't know what or who that is. I don't know if it's like familial. It's not that the person's a bad person. I feel like just this like I see you spoiling yourself in the bath and then the phone rings and then it rings again and then it rings again and like you can't relax. Like I feel like you're always running to the rescue or running to the aid or just running to this person when they need you. The universe is saying that's fine. If you want to continue doing that for now, it's fine. But your message for this week is to take care of Sophia first and make it at least 3 nights this week where you just unplug and you care about you. Spoil yourself, treat yourself, look in the mirror for an hour and tell yourself how amazing you are. Go to sleep early if possible. Do things that you love to do. Get to know yourself again, because I feel like a part of you is you're losing a part of yourself to this relationship, to some relationship. It could be, again, it could be familial. It could be your employer. It could be a friend, but for some reason they're also vampirically taking, knowingly or not, but you need to replenish and take care of Sophia first this week. Davy Jones, hey, just stop by to say may the good Lord bless you. He always does, especially with people like you. Thank you for coming in. You guys are so amazing.
I'm being a smart butt. Mike Roberts is next. Then downshift. Hey,
Mike,
Jordan.
Jordan, hi. That's okay. Mike, I'm going to use Whispers of Love on you. Jordan, so good to see you again.
I think Grey Wolf left.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, she was having major internet issues. I didn't get.
The power was down.
Is that what it is? I didn't see her response as to what happened. Oh, I'm gonna message her later and see if she's all right. Yeah, live your life or it eats your lunch. You know what's so funny about that? Oh my gosh, Lotus, I totally forgot you're even in here. Oh my God, Tennille, I know you're not going to have time. I'll message you tomorrow. You don't have to message me back, but I'll message you some like additional prayer. and just send it out to you. Okay. I love you. I'm here if you need to vent. You know, I'm here. So please don't take this on by yourself. Oh man, I've been so trying to like manifest a driver for their company.
I know. Well, I know. I just don't have a license. I'm really in the mood.
If I lived in Tennessee, Ray would work for them. Like that's what he does. He had his own towing company. I just you know, Lotus and I are like a soul connected. Like when we were on the other side together, we were like planning each other's charts together. Like we're very, very soulfully bonded. We just haven't met in person. So I actually like I feel like I'm gonna cry. Like I feel really like overwhelmed for her. Sophia, you're so welcome. Be sure to do that. Okay. I know, Lotus, I know. You've got your July personal coming real soon too. I'm gonna work on those next week so that they're not super late. Take care of your hubby. I'm here if you need me. All right.
Yeah, yell anytime.
All right. I'm so sorry. Who was this?
Mike Roberts.
Mike Roberts. Sorry about that, Mike.
Lotus, if you want to stick around, you're next.
Lotus, I'll read for you right after Mike, and then you can just come back to around.
But she really is next, too.
Okay. Well, I'm saying she doesn't have to actually stick around. Just know that this is around the time that you're going to be here. I'll just be like this. Ange, hi. Happy solstice.
Hello, Ange.
And yeah, I think I am channeling your tears. I feel horrible right now. Okay, Mike, act as if your partner is here. Whether you have someone in your life or not, act as if they are with you so you will always consider them, okay? No out of sight, out of mind, okay? Thank you. So you're so sweet. No, I'm just going to do her next. Mike, if your actions and thoughts take someone else's feelings into account, you'll be more aligned with a true relationship. If your partner is not with you yet, generate the feeling that you are already sharing your life with your special someone. This will change the way you feel and can alter your attitude and your potential to attract them into your life. Revel in the thought that you are in a faithful relationship. When you create a vacuum by affirming your desire as if you have it, the universe will bring it to you more quickly. You draw into your life the things that are in harmony with your beliefs. Believe and trust that love is coming your way. See your energy as a love-attracting magnet. Live as if you are in your desired relationship and appreciate the phase prior to the arrival of love. A fairy couple effortlessly dances across the night sky. A large moth is beneath them. The moth uses its scent to pull in a mate. There is no concern, worry, or doubt concerning her ability to attract love. Use the energy of the moth to relax into a state of trust. Love is not far away, and you are in the process of bringing it to you. I think, Mike, you are in a relationship. I think what this is saying is twofold. So the first thing is please make sure that you're considering your partner. There might be something that comes up this week that makes your partner like upset or uncomfortable. You don't even realize you're doing it. Like you're just whatever it is, like you're not doing it maliciously. I do feel like a revenge type thing though. So like if you don't nip this in the bud, your partner is going to think you're like, just say, for example, you have a really close female friend who you talk to a lot. Your girlfriend's going to get jealous of this female friend. And if you ignore it and push it off and don't give her that comfort, she's eventually going to think that you're cheating. And then she's I'm not saying she will, might eventually go out and cheat on you. And then it's a whole big ordeal for absolutely nothing because all you were doing was being friendly. So whatever comes up this week with your significant other, nip it in the bud immediately. Now, if it's, a toxic or a codependent relationship, you may have some issues with that. And for that, I would say, maybe start making some positive changes towards moving away from that situation. But for this week, please just be sure to be extra considerate because I feel a little bit of like a frazzled energy for the person that you're attached to.
Now you're going to do Lotus and then downshift.
Lotus, I'm going to use the Fairy Temple.
Yes, I know. I've learned no great one.
He's a fast learner.
Sometimes.
Blue Crossroads, Shauna, love you guys so much. I will talk to you next time. If you need me, you know where to find me.
Blessings. You too, Lotus. Much love to you, honey.
Yes, yes, yes. Fairy Temple for Miss Lotus. Passion. Kindle, glow, and spark. Jeez. Just throw it at me.
I love you too.
This oracle message is ablaze with enthusiasm and gusto. A spark of creativity ignites the power of passion within you. Everything starts with inspirational awareness and a flash of spontaneous ingenuity. Tap into your intuitive genius to awaken and channel imaginative ideas. Lotus, the firefly fairy, sparks a soulful offering that brings countless blessings. Your alluring powers are fueled with the light of joy. Be playful, frolic, and have fun with the firefly fairy, and opulence will be a natural consequence. You have to start somewhere, right? This is the beginning of a beautiful new pathway of innovation. Inventiveness leads to artistic endeavors that inspire and motivate others. Persistence and passion will pay off. Have faith in action and move forward with confidence to shine your creative light into the world. Consistent momentum ensures copious rewards. When working with passion, your intention is vital. Infuse your magical contribution with positivity, love, and fairy dust. Nurture your projects with tender, loving care to safeguard a successful outcome. Have the courage to birth and share your precious treasures with others. Creativity is your birthright, so ignite your light and shine bright like the firefly fairy. Enjoy the journey with a devoted, loving heart. Glow, flow, and flourish, dear heart. Your affirmation for this week: I awaken creativity within me. Girl, getting creative. And I'm not saying you haven't been, because I know what you've been dealing with, like, for real. And it blows my mind that, like, a driver would help. And it's been months and months. What this card is saying is get creative. You have magic within you. You have manifestation, affirmation power. And I know you've been using it. I'm not saying that you haven't. But for whatever reason, you know, maybe this week something's going to be a little bit different. Oh, Jesus. Something's going to be a little bit different. Just pinch me in your life, or maybe, you know, the universe is moving toward you with abundance a lot faster than it has been recently. I feel like maybe all of this turmoil, toxicity, and, you know, disappointment, pain, suffering of the emotional heart, spirit, soul, physical body that you and your husband have been going through, I don't want to say it's all going to be over magically, but I feel like you very well could be offered the solution in the next week or two if you start thinking creatively, right? So if someone comes into your life and, you know, I don't really know how to explain what I'm seeing. It's like an opportunity is going to present itself in a completely different way than expected. So, like, you're not going to meet a person who you know is going to be the driver that you need. But somehow the person will end up that way. Like, you have to think outside of the box to fix any of these problems. As far as, you know, health problems, being fatigued, overtired, or just physically hurting, I feel like what the universe is saying is reconnect with nature as best as you can. Find the answers, you know, that you already know. And just find a way. Like, when there's a will, there's a way. Push the universe for it. Challenge the universe to get what you want. I'm sorry about my hair, guys. It's just like 1 minute my clip is hurting me, the next minute my hair is annoying me. Just got
Cisco, actually, you're almost getting there, hon. You're probably, well, downshift is next. Then is UFO still here? And then Bob, if he wants one, then Uncle Bones.
Bob left.
I think he left. So Cisco, you're right in there. Just hang tight.
I literally just got pinched in my neck.
Ouch.
Yeah, like, I gotta get this thing out of here.
There you do. Let me come over and beat it up.
No, like, I usually don't touch me, but... All right, downshift, are you still here? 3 souls, hi!
No. Hello, Three Souls.
Ocean Mist, yeah, you don't get taken off the list until you get read, or like if we call you a couple times and you don't
Yeah,
answer.
you're getting there too. This is
Okay.
going pretty good, so.
Downshift, I've got your deck in my hand already, but it's not going to take long.
Yeah, downshift you, and then Cisco, because I think the last three I called are not here. Oh, Uncle Bone's here, so
All right.
you can do Cisco, then Uncle Bones.
You got the card of transformation in the reverse. Lotus Girl, I love you. Again, you know, if you need me, just hit me up. All right. Transformation. This card reverse reveals a strong resistance taking place. Your energy is stuck and you can't seem to move forward. But don't give up. The blockages will fall away when you finally choose to transform from within. Take a look at the patterns of your life to see how you are sabotaging yourself. For example, you may be stuck in ongoing behaviors of self-indulgence or patterns of inactivity, worry, or overanalysis. If so, it's time to turn away from the habits of your past and make the changes your spirit is longing for. Set your intention to transform the negative energy you've been living with for so long. Learn to love and encourage yourself, speak your truth, and choose courage and trust over fear and doubt. These may seem like daunting tasks, but it's time to tackle the things that have been holding you back. The future may be a mystery, but like the woman holding the scroll, you hold the truth of your own eternal soul. When you turn to the power and wisdom within you, you will be able to face a fabulous future unafraid. So downshift, if you're not experiencing, what's up, Nordland, some sort of like being stuck, stagnant, not really a fear of going forward. I have mosquito bites on my arm, sorry guys, but like a refusal, not wanting things to change. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you will within the next couple of days, because there's going to be some kind of change coming in that you're very, very resistant to. I feel as though it's one of those things where it's like, oh, here we go again. Like, you've already been through this so many different times. Like, it doesn't have to be romantic either. It could be anything in your life that you just, it's not even empty. My straw is too short. I feel like downshift, yeah, you're just being really resistant to whatever this change is. And I do feel like it could be something that's not good for you, a person who's not good for you, a situation, a thing. And it's going to come like to a head in the next couple of weeks where like you're going to be like confronted, or you're going to feel indicted by yourself to stop doing whatever this is, or stop seeing or talking to whoever this is. And the universe is saying you can have it however you want it, however you want to have it, right? To have it your own way. But if you look within, you will see that the universe is trying to guide you on a much better path. If you want to follow your life's path and your life journey, it's a lot easier if you take the universe's advice, even if it means, you know, ending a relationship that you've been in for a long time, or, you know, giving up old hurts, habits, and hangups. Do not let the past keep repeating. Don't be resistant to change. Uncle Bones?
Uncle Bones and Cisco. Sorry.
All right. Yeah, no problem. Uncle
They
Bones.
keep sticking their nose in my door.
I'm going to use the wisdom of the House of Knights.
You always seem to have 1,000 questions when I'm doing something.
Boba Fett. Yeah, Uncle Bones is here. I'm reading for him now. Not ending that. Job change. Yeah, no, I always go for relationship just as an example because it's the easiest thing for people to understand. But I always, like, you'll know what I'm talking about. Don't be resistant to it. Go with it. If your intuition, your gut is telling you, I have an eyelash in my eye, to go and do something or not to do something, try as best you can to always follow that. And sometimes it's really hard to, like, use our intuition over, like, what we feel is our rationale. But you really
chaps in my eyes.
Do that in the next couple of weeks. You're so welcome,
Kiss up.
Lotus Girl. You're always so welcome.
We love you, little lady.
Yeah, I feel so bad. Like, I just,
Nick, if I was there and had my license, I'd do it.
it's just so, it's such, to me, like, I guess because where I live is so much different. Like, New Jersey's so different than Tennessee. Like, where I live, that's like unheard of. You can't, and then you don't even need a CDL in Tennessee. It's because people don't want to work. Sorry, but is Mike Roberts actually your son? I mean, is Bubba Fett actually your son, Mike? Or was that a joke?
Is it really?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking. You didn't look old enough to have a son that can be in here. Like, yeah, I can see it. An eyelash, it's hanging, but I can't get it because my nails. I was thinking about touching I'm OCD. Okay. Uncle Bones, you got the card of honesty. It's card number 26 in the Wisdom of the House of Night deck. He is. Oh, okay. I thought you were kidding. My darling, you have chosen the symbol of clarity and true communication. I swear, and I should have said it out loud, when he came in, I thought son, and I thought, because I got that in my head, I thought it was my son, Damien. And I almost said, and I that must be why. Now is the time to be absolutely honest with yourself about what you want, what you're thinking about, what your motives and real feelings are. Uncle Bones, honesty is the way to truly step into your power. When you choose honesty above all else as your goddess, these are supposedly written by the goddess Nyx, who's the goddess of night. As your goddess, I will send you courage to do what's right. This is also a time to demand honesty and integrity from others. You have a right to get clear messages. There is the greatest freedom and power in telling the truth. So, Uncle Bones, I feel like this is, again, twofold, okay? So one thing is you may be, and if you're not, you will be soon, or hopefully not. Like, hopefully you'll take this advice and you won't do it. Walking around with rose-colored glasses on, like knowing something to be absolute fact, but like totally pretending like it's not happening, right? Like, say, like, and I'm not, again, not saying this is what's happening, it's just an example. Say you have to be out of your house by July 1st, and you're just walking around like, haven't made any preparations, haven't done any, like, because, you know, you're dealing with in the moment. Like, who needs to worry about the future? You know what I mean? Like, things like that. I also feel like somebody around you is lying to you. And I feel like you're immediately going to think of somebody, you know who it is, but you're going to be like, nah, that's not possible. Like, there's something right in front of you that you don't want to see. And you need to free yourself from whatever this is. I feel like it's poisonous. It could be poisonous, toxic, just lower vibrational. Like, you have to be honest with yourself about this. The universe demands it. Okay. So it's time for you to get real and, you know, step into your power. Tell this other person, like, hey, I know you're lying. So why don't you tell me the truth so we can talk about this? And if they don't, then you have to make a decision from there.
Cisco, finally your time, hon.
Cisco, I'm going to use the Gothic Oracle, the Victoria Francis. My Damien's taller than me too. I think my son Logan is. RJ's past my hip, and he's going to be 4 on the third. So. Yeah, he's going to be real big.
I almost got him a Jolly Green Giant shirt. You know that?
You're welcome. All right, Cisco, let's do this.
Gemma, he says thank you.
I said you're welcome.
Oh, I didn't hear you. I was too busy babbling.
It's okay. You're very welcome. All of you are so welcome. Thank you for coming in. Ralph and Cassie, no big deal. I have faith in you. Ooh, you got a pretty card, but they don't have...
thank you, Ralph.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Hi, Monica. All right. Cisco. Amaranth longing, martyrdom, regret, and past mistakes. You may feel after a long personal journey that you have had to make sacrifices in order to change things. Although your journey has been long and at times difficult, life often works out for the best, even though you may be questioning the motives of others and if this has all been in vain. There is a sense you may be feeling unfocused, lost, unloved, and uncertain of which path you should now take. The stability of what you once were familiar with will now change, and although you may feel fearful of the changes ahead, moving forward can only be a good thing. This is a time of no regrets, as looking back will serve you no purpose. Use the negative aspects of past experience as your greatest lessons and gain strength from this. It is said life never throws us more than we can handle. This is your time to show the world what you're truly made of. Oh, this is a really rough time for you, Cisco. I don't know if it's happening. Okay, it is. You're like, yes. I feel like what the universe is saying is you can't get trapped in this repetitive thinking of, if only I hadn't done that. If only this person had done that. If only it had turned out this way. And we all get stuck there from time to time. I mean, again, not a judgment, not an indictment. I do it constantly. But what this card is saying is like, it's time for you to stop that, because you're not getting any further. You're not seeing the opportunities being placed in front of you. You're not focusing on the abundance that's coming in for you. So you're not accepting any of it as happening, and therefore you're not seeing it. Okay, there you go. If only I didn't meet him. So the universe is saying you are going to stay stuck in this continuous hamster wheel of if onlys, what ifs, and why not. But you can't do that, because the universe has so much more in store for you. And again, you're not able to receive. You're not open to receive right now. Whether you think you are or you're not, you are completely closed off. The universe can't even penetrate. You're stuck in this vicious cycle and circle of like a point of no return. And sounds cliche, but if you're looking backward, how can you see what's right in front of you? And that's exactly what this is. This week, I want you to try as hard as you can to think about your future, not your past. Like, I can't wait. Like, I'll use my example. I can't wait till I'm living in my beach house. You know what I mean? Like, act as if. Focus on the what if I get a really awesome job when I go out for this interview. Or if only, you know, I can decide which amazing restaurant I'm going to take myself out to dinner to. Do you know what I mean? I really feel like you should spend some time with yourself, getting to know yourself again, apart from this person. And focus on what's next instead of what happened. All of that is in the past, you know. Sandra, hi. Ooh. Who's next?
Froggy. Never Froggy. T. They were here. I just saw.
Never Froggy T. I was
T.
like,
yeah, I'm sorry.
Froggy.
I'm sorry. Froggy.
Foggy. Was it Foggy or Froggy?
Froggy, I thought.
Either way, the person who asked if Ghost Dragons was my husband, you're next.
Okay, well, while we wait, let's do Neil Gomez. You still here? And if he's not here or they're not here, BC.
You're welcome. Noel usually just comes in to harass me about how hot
Right.
I look, and then he leaves.
Yeah.
Bushcraft? Are you BCD? Bushcrafty?
I believe I just saw them too.
Any of you guys he just said?
Come on down, speak up, or forever hold your dentures, I guess. I don't know.
I always love that name, Sandra.
Hello, Sandra. Okay, well, but it's being like this. SDK still around? Let's just do New England, and if the rest of them show up, we'll do them after that. Because
Right.
New England won't show.
That works for me. New
Is
England.
that all right, New England?
I'm going to use, is New England still here?
I hope.
Usually he stays around once he comes in.
I don't know, I'm not getting an answer.
All right, who's after New England?
It says he's here, but that don't mean nothing. Ocean Mist, go. Is she still? Are they still here?
I think Ocean Mist is definitely sticking around.
Wow.
We lost so many people.
No, they're here. There's Ocean Mist. Yay! Then El Salvador. Or Salvador.
Ah, there she is. Okay. Ocean's Mist. I'm going to use Moonology Manifestations. I'm going to take a 5-minute break and let some people get back in. Their name was called. I think a lot of people just left, I guess. We're down to 25, though.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been bouncing between 25 and 26.
Salvador is here. Okay. So, Salvador, you'll be next first right after the break. Anyone else that comes in that was just called? It's raining again. Yeah, here too. All right. Ocean Mist. Let's do this. New moon in Leo. Shine. A new day is dawning. You're moving from darker times to light and are well on your way to your desired outcome. Be proud of who you are. Your self-confidence has got you this far, so keep on believing in yourself. Sometimes we have to fake it until we make it, and that's okay too. You're on the right track, and the future is bright. In relationships, carry yourself with respect, and others will respect you. Whatever challenges you're facing, consider taking a more creative approach. This card is an especially good sign for matters related to romance, creativity, children, your own or someone else's, or a situation requiring confidence. Love yourself and step into center stage. Be generous with others, but also be a little bit selfish if you need to be. Your manifestation affirmation for this week: I am magnificent. I love me. Yes, hit that like button. This is a really amazing card, and I feel like it's telling you that you're definitely on the right path. You are moving toward achieving your goals, whether you realize it or not. That's what's coming in this week: abundance, blessing, just the universe showering favor on you. J2, hi. The universe showering favor on you. Be sure to remain confident, not only in yourself, like the way you carry yourself, but in the decisions you make. Don't let people this week talk you out of any decisions that you make. Like your first thought, your intuition, your go with the gut, go with your gut, not with what other people think you should be doing. Okay. And that's a big one for this week. I think that's going to be your only issue, is if you let other people interject or inject themselves into your personal situation, your life, because you are on the right track. And there are going to be people that are looking at you jealous and not wanting to see you succeed. And they're always going to come in. They're vultures. They're vampiric. They're, we don't need them in our lives. Guys, 5-minute break. It's 9:38 here. I'll see you at like 9:42, 9:43-ish. I'm going to grab some jollies, use the restroom, and we will be right back. Ghost, you out too?
Yeah, I need a break.
We'll be right back, guys.
Ocean Mist. Yeah, either one of those are fine. PayPal's usually better, I guess. I don't use it.
All right. Salvatore, Fallen Angels. Fur, the card of evaluation, card number 30. Thank you. A storm threatens, but help or advice comes from an unexpected quarter. Furfur's totem beast is a stag, proud, strong, and graceful, a king among his kind. The angel Furfur has a similar temperament. He can be rather aloof, but when he condescends to help, he is a great counselor and motivator in affairs of the heart. Be warned, though, that his inspirations may cause upheaval. Building the foundations of a truly lasting relationship can be painful and upsetting, but often there is no other course. Honesty is essential. Card motto, evaluation. Okay, so the element of this card says water, right? And that's emotion, that's fluctuating, that's flow. What this card is talking about is like things in your personal relationships, like with work, anything romantic, even familial, friendships. Things might get a little hard. Like you might feel a little weighed down by it, a little bogged down by it, but the universe is saying this is just normal stuff. Like it's nothing that should be overwhelming you. If it does get to that point, maybe it's time to be honest with yourself and see who belongs in your life and who doesn't. What can you get rid of to lessen the load, the burden on your shoulders a little bit? But for the most part, I feel like you're on the right path. You're walking right towards your destiny, towards your goals. But there are challenges that you're going to face ahead. And the reason you're going to face them this week, at least, is because you need to evaluate. There is something or someone that you've outgrown that's no longer serving you or your purpose. And you may not want to face that. You may not want to believe that this person or this situation really isn't worth your time anymore. And the universe is saying, well, that's up to you. But you can either evaluate your life, your situations, your relationships now, your connections now, or you can wait until the universe throws you a curveball, things go completely tumbling down like the tower in the tarot, and then everything gets totally devastated and flipped upside down. So use your intuition this week to decide what's best for you. Don't let, again, just like I said to someone else, like don't let anyone else influence you, Oceans. Salvatore, make sure that you're making up your own mind. You're making your own decisions this week.
Okay, you're going to do Boba Fett. Mike's son.
Huh?
Mike's son.
Mike's son, Boba Fett. I'm going to use the Heal Yourself Oracle.
Here you go.
Done that with a few people. Life is good. There you go. And let it continue to be. Make your own decisions and choices. Don't be manipulated. Don't be guilted. Don't be any of that crap. What are all the numbers, guys?
Ages, I guess.
Ages?
I hope not.
Yes, I was. If you're only 18, you have a very old soul. I mean, I'm sure you already know that, but wow.
It sounds like me. I don't worry about anything either until I have to. Then I grab about gonads.
Holding a raffle. Although my number's 23. That's my favorite number in the whole world. Oh, okay. Take mine away then. That's not my number. This is. All right. Fun with that. Let's see. Card number 13, the card of rejection. Use rejection to grow, expand, and build yourself. Feeling rejected can disconnect you from your heart and soul and possibly immobilize you. Rather than buying into rejection, focus on how you can grow, learn, and improve from your experiences. If you're a writer and you sent your articles or a book to a publisher and they've rejected it, then try to hone your writing skills and then send your work out to several other publishers. Use that rejection as a motivating force to succeed. If a person that you have feelings for or felt a deep love towards has rejected you, then work on healing your heart and recognizing that there is someone out there who is more suited to you. Many people use rejection as an excuse to close down, become suspicious, guarded, and give up. Then they hurt and reject others. They hide behind rejection and never give themselves an opportunity to take a leap of faith and find their life calling and heal. By picking this card, you are being urged to hold yourself in a higher regard. Keep your heart open and trust that you have learned from your experiences and will not make the same mistakes again. So this is about not only being rejected by a person or like a publisher if you were a writer or something. This card is also about the feelings of rejection, like in yourself, like whether or not you were rejected, there's this feeling, okay, of possibly that you're feeling rejected or fear of rejection. So like if there's somebody you think you're connecting with romantically, you don't want to make that next move because what if you're wrong, and what if the person rejects you? This card is saying like you have to move forward no matter what, whether you feel like you've been rejected or you feel like you will be rejected. You can't let it touch you. Do you see on here? Okay, she's connected to this damn photo by a spider web, and no matter how much she tries to pull away, she can't be pulling that hard because at the end of the day, it's just a spider web. It can break. So there's a reason that she's still connected to the photo of probably her past lover or something like that. Let it all go. Get to know yourself to the point, and this is hard and it takes work every day, but get to know yourself to the point where you can handle rejection well. I feel like there could be a rejection or a fear of rejection coming in this week for you, and the universe is kind of trying to prepare you for it. Like, don't even worry about it. It's not going to affect you in the long term. If it's a person that rejects you, they weren't meant to be in your life anyway. If it's a job that you really wanted, you weren't meant to have it anyway. So be prepared for a possible rejection this week, but just know it's like no big deal. Brush it off. Ain't no thing.
Trinity's next.
Trinity. Vintage wisdom.
There's really no house tonight at all.
Huh?
Edna was talking about no house so far.
Yeah, not yet. All right, Miss Trinity, I'm sure they'll come.
Yeah.
You got the card of transition. A Gothic stone portal marks the boundary between two distinct worlds. Standing off to one side, an etheric crowned figure has lowered her bow as she gazes into the distance. Her wings, though gossamer in appearance, are strong enough to carry her effortlessly into the sky beyond. She senses no danger and is peaceful in the knowledge that everything in life has a natural cycle with many beginnings and endings. Clusters of roses and forget-me-nots, symbols of enduring love, hope, and remembrance, surround the scene. The presence of this card indicates change in a transition between two chapters of your life. Inevitable endings and new beginnings, and the integration of a more expanded cycle involve letting go of the past to make way for growth and transformation. Whether challenging or welcome, the open door of transition is inescapable. This card invites you to trust in the greater plan and move forward in the spirit of love and hope. Be honest about old ways of life that no longer serve your highest potential, and concentrate on what you need to be balanced, vitalized, and connected to your spiritual center. Getting kind of right with spirit, I guess, would be the right way to put this. And Trinity, what this is saying is that whether you're okay with it or not, like whether you're ready for it or not, there is a major change coming in, or one that has already come in. And I do feel like it could be something that's already there that you're just trying to deal with, you're trying to wrap your head around, you're trying to acclimate to. And the universe is saying that whether you respond to this or deal with this in a positive way by like getting through it, acclimating to it, learning how to live this different way without this person or with that person now, whatever the case is in your specific situation, okay? It doesn't matter your response because it's going to happen anyway. And this is kind of like what I just said to someone else. So the universe is saying, like, you might as well make the best of it. Really get to know yourself. Focus on how you react to this situation. How do you learn and grow through it? And then you can use that power, that strength that you're building right now through this hardship, through this hard times, and not have to deal with the same repeated process in the future because you're learning so much from it now. When we learn from things that we're going through as we go through them, it puts us at a much, much lower risk of having to repeat these same painful experiences in the future.
Okay, Jordan, Kodak.
Right? Jordan. I'm going to use the Halloween Oracle. Is there anything you do that strengthens or weakens your senses? Like if you exercise, if you drink alcohol past the point of being buzzed, if you're happy or sad? That's kind of a broad question, Downshift. But yeah, drinking to excess, doing anything excessively, even if it's something good like prayer, exercise, meditation, is never a good thing. But I feel like if you want to strengthen yourself and heighten your spirituality or spiritual sense or just your sense in general, exercising is obviously good. I've been listening to these things I found on YouTube. So what it is I listen to it while I'm sleeping. And to me, it sounds like rain, like relaxing rain to listen to while you sleep. But it's subliminally putting messages into my head to remove my stress, to give me more happiness. I do yoga. I don't drink alcohol or use drugs. But I mean, you can drink, like have a drink or two. But yeah, alcohol definitely makes you more vulnerable. You know, not getting enough exercise, kind of allowing certain people into your life. Binaural beats work. There aren't as many on YouTube, but there's some that are scalar. Sometimes it's spelled C-A-L-E-R, sometimes S-C-A-L-E-R, sometimes S-C-L-A-R. I think I'm spelling that right. S-C-A-L-A-R, S-C-A-L-E-R. But it's like this weird noise, but it works. Like it will clear you out and like lift you up. It's hard to listen to, so I listen to it while I'm sleeping. It sounds like one of those old dial-up internets. But yeah, things like that, binaural beats, subliminal messages, guided meditations, sleep hypnosis. I do a lot of my spiritual work when I'm asleep. Yes, New England Dirt Roadie. I had 3.5 years drug and alcohol free yesterday. 3.5 years exactly. New England, you're going to be coming up too because we called you and you didn't answer.
Thank you.
Jordan, you got the Skull of Stars, and it's the card of infinite possibilities. Ooh, open right to it. Hi, Chin. Why think so small when galaxies spin within? Realize that you are made of the stuff of stars and infinite possibilities begin. This skull brings us back to the fact that we are all made of the stuff of stars, yet many of us think so small. We are each born with a blank canvas to paint upon, and we are indeed an open sky of possibilities. It is easy to feel small in a world that is so busy and personal and seemingly self-absorbed. We can at times feel lost and unclear about our direction and lose sight of our place in the cosmos. The Skull of Stars reminds us that we are only limited by our own imaginations and our own boundaries. If we can dream it, it is possible. This card indicates that you need to think bigger and more broadly about your future and what you would like to achieve in your life. Perhaps there are false beliefs, often old, that no longer serve you as you grow and change. Sometimes these beliefs may not even be yours. They may have been imparted to you by your parents or the wider community, yet feel rather incongruent to you. You need to endeavor with all of your heart and soul to live the life you want and honor your own wishes and truth. This is, and I'm sorry again, the messages are getting like the same, but it's just what happens at the end all the time. It's time for you to start living your own life, making your own decisions, deciding, what you're going to do next without worrying about how others are perceiving it. Like, if you want to go and elope in Vegas and marry someone that you've known for 3 days, probably not the best idea, but you want it to be, the universe wants it to be your idea, not to do it, not because your mom gets mad. There is somebody, I feel like, placing themselves in your life. They're pushing themselves into a position of authority in your life, Jordan. If it's not happening, like if you don't think it's happening, make a rash decision this week and watch how quick this person comes out of the woodwork to bully you into backing down. There is a very, very overpowering energy. I am getting female, but it could be a male with a lot of femininity. But in your life, that's like, wow. Really making decisions for you as if it's final. Like, you're not doing that. You have to figure out what you need to do to get rid of that person. If you don't know who I'm talking about, and I'm sure you do, but if you don't, it's going to start coming to light this week, next week. By the end of the month, you're going to be like, who the hell does this person think they are? It's time to start thinking that way now. You are in control of your own destiny, okay? You are the creator, master of your own fate, however you want to put it. Nobody else has any right or business to tell you what you can and can't do. I say this week, you do what you want to do. You do what Jordan wants to do, and you don't answer to anyone. You don't have to explain yourself to anybody. If you're in a romantic relationship, like if you're married, yeah, you should probably ask your significant other before you go and buy a house or a car. But to, I don't know, go outside and mow the lawn? No, you should. I feel like there's somebody real. I feel like I want to go like this, you know what I mean? Like, hide from whoever this is. Yeah. Oh, Mike, thank you so much. From Taiwan, the winner of the raffle. You guys are so funny. Thank you, Taiwan. Thank you, Mike. I really do appreciate you guys. It helps. And, it feels really nice to be appreciated. Jordan, you have to stand up for yourself, hon. The universe is kind of demanding it. Jessica S., thank you so much. Gemma's beautiful on the inside and out. I have my ugly ways, but I do try to work on myself constantly. And I appreciate you guys. And Mike, that was amazing. Thank you. Jessica, thank you. So sweet.
Okay, Angie. Angie.
All right, Miss Ange. Let's go with... I'm going to use the Lantern Oracle here. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, it's very I was in a rush opening and I just opened a little too much. That's okay. And I forgot to take my medicine. That's kind of what I just did when I put the thing in I was just taking my medicine. Mike, you're so sweet. Thank you. You guys never cease to amaze me. Just your utter appreciation of something that I feel like it's like my job to do, but at the end of the day, it is a job. And like, it's so nice to be appreciated. It just feels good. And I appreciate you guys very much. Okay, Ange, are you still here?
And please come on down. So you could be the next card.
The Indocin guide you saw in my last reading 6 weeks ago, unexpected in the USA 1 month now. I don't know what that means. Reminded you to take your I'm so helpful in so many ways. All right, Ange, this is for you. Aw, if you saw my daughter's face, Gemma Jade, you would have been. Thank you. Indian guide. Ah, that makes more sense. I'm like, wait, what? Oh my gosh. As we say Indian guide, hi.
That's wild.
Renewal. Regeneration begins with decay.
Synchronicity. My favorite album too.
Lara, I know, baby girl. I'm trying. I'm when I'm physically being like that really bothers me. But I got it. I got something for him.
No, New England, you're next. You're after Ange.
Yeah, New England, because we had called you and you didn't answer, so you can just be next. And when the foundation of our life cracks or the identity we understand ourselves through collapses, it can take some time to clear out the wreckage. It can take even longer to build a new vision and begin constructing our life's new direction going forward from it. Internally, we must first undergo a radical shift in thinking and feeling. It is so radical that once it is fully processed, it has the power to reconfigure who we are in ways that enhance and restore our vitality. The gestation period can be challenging and, at times, brings us to our knees. Like the snake, we go through the pain of shedding the skin of our past and growing beyond our former life. Like me and my addiction. I was so confused as to how to like life when I came out of my addiction. I was only addicted for 5.5 years my entire life. It can hurt beyond belief to grieve over all that we need to let go of, especially if we are still heavily attached to our over-identified with what was and who we understood ourselves to be. The feeling of loss can be so overwhelming that it feels like death, and that's because it is, at least metaphorically. The many non-literal deaths we experience throughout life are for releasing whatever has come to an end. Nonetheless, the shock of what is not the same and painfully missed can continue to shatter and devastate us until we fully comprehend and restabilize from what has ended and is no more. To proceed with the unanticipated is all that remains in our power to do. This often requires a level of maturity and acceptance that we need to develop. Patience is a virtue that it behooves us to have with ourselves throughout these dark periods. Renewal takes the time it takes. Nature will not be rushed. However, your spirit self will eventually awaken and shine through you. The featured guardian has shown up to remind you that renewal opens you further into all that you are. It is time to surrender something of who you believe you are to experience how much more of you there is to be explored and enjoyed. Long term, it is much more arduous and painful to remain stuck and limited because you have refused to fully shed and leave behind the dead skin of your past. The challenging process of regeneration is all about expanding into your new beginning. Embrace the next chapter of your life and let it be the best one so far. Guardian's message: renewal reconciles every ending to its new beginning. So, okay, that's a lot to unpack. And what this card is saying is you may have just recently gone through, and I hope you've gone through it already and it's not something that's coming in. But what this card is saying is like there's something really changing in your life, or something that really has just changed. Like it was a shock to the system, like you didn't know what to do, it threw you for a loop, and you're like kind of picking up the pieces right now, like little by little, one by one, little piece of shards of glass. Sometimes it's better to just leave those shards on the floor, sweep them up, toss them, and start again. Like go buy a new one, right? Learning who you are now that this has ended. So you've gone through it and released. So that's good. So now start taking back from the universe to build yourself up again. Refresh your memory as to who you are, what your purpose is, your shadow work. Exactly. This card, if you're doing shadow work, continue, because that's basically what this card is about. Getting through the rough times, the dark nights of the souls, and coming out even bigger and better not more scared and confused at the end of it.
Monica. Monica, you're next, honey.
Monica, I'm going to use Wisdom of the House of Night. And you can do it. Shadow work is really hard, facing those dark parts of ourselves. But, sorry, I got some goldfish, my sugar. But it's, we all have to do it at one point or another in our lives. It's just people like that don't know what that is. They end up not doing it. And that's why a lot of people, even though they're successful, live kind of miserable lives. Because, you know, they don't know how to work on their spiritual selves. Monica, choices. Card number 46, Kelowna. Every choice we make has consequences. Even your thoughts are like magnets, drawing experiences to you for the good or the bad. Do you know the story of a winged immortal in the House of Night who had to choose between the dark and the light? Do you know what he chose? Right now, you are faced with such a choice. All you need to do is ask, is this for my highest good? The choice you make will be an important step in your life lesson. Remember, even not deciding is a choice. What'll it be? So, okay. When they say not describing, Mike, you need some shadow work for sure. When it says, not deciding is deciding, is because if you sit and procrastinate on a choice for long enough, eventually the time passes for the choice and something happens that takes that choice away. So the universe is going to come in and choose for you. And I always say this, that's not a good thing, okay? Because the universe is then going to see that you haven't had the growth to make that decision and you procrastinate it, and they're going to make you kind of take the long road. Monica, you are about to be, or you were faced with a decision, and the universe is really pushing you to not put this decision off. Like, think about what's best for you and only you. And I know that sounds selfish. Cisco, I read for you like way back, honey. I know that sounds really selfish, Monica, but it is time for you to start really worrying about yourself. So when this choice comes in and you feel like, how do I possibly choose between A and B or 1 and 2? Think about what best serves Monica in this situation. You are gaining the universe's permission this week or whenever this choice comes in to be selfish. Okay? Only think about what is better going to serve you and then make that choice. Not in every single instance of choice in your life, but in the next big one that comes in, because it's coming.
Sandra, when you're ready.
Clara, sometimes the readings overlap a lot. I just called out the theme because it does happen. Sandra, I'm sorry I'm eating, guys. I get low blood sugar. Sandra, I'm going to use the Mystical Journey. Let me just rearrange some of these little cards here. Give myself some more room. Okay. Okay. Mystical Journey for Sandra. Sandra, you still here? Okay, yeah, there you are.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on a delay because I'm using the StreamYard.
Yeah, you are. It's slow sometimes. It's slow.
Sandra, you got New Dawn. Card number 3. The New Dawn card heralds a time of great change. Perhaps you feel you are stuck in a situation you can't break free from. Ask yourself if you're still happy about where you are in your life or if it's time to reassess and move on. Sometimes you may settle into a comfortable situation and not want to leave it, even though it's not ideal. You feel safe with what you know because it's familiar to you. The devil you know, right? Maybe this position you find yourself in is a replaying of a negative childhood pattern. You're unhappy, but the thought of making any change scares you so much you remain stuck. The New Dawn card encourages you to take a risk, as the next chapter of your life could be even better. By practicing mindfulness, you can slow down and ask yourself what you really want from life, and then work on what's holding you back. Life is about making choices, but sometimes the choices you make are just quick reactions that are not very well thought through. Then you then believe you're stuck with them. A big red flag this card signifies is the compulsion to act nice and smile instead of facing a situation that may initially need conflict in order to be resolved. The need to be liked can be stronger than living an authentic life, so be true to yourself first and foremost. Okay, so people pleasing, okay? We are all guilty of it, or we all were guilty of it at one point or another. Sandra, it's time for you to... They're goldfish. I don't think they have a lot of sugar. 0 sugars. I feel like there is a situation in your life where you're like really comfortable. Like, say you've been in a relationship for like 10 years and the other person just doesn't treat you very good, right? But you live with them, you like share your home with them, you've been living with them for 10 years, you're used to them. Otherwise, you got to go out and date again. Like, you got to move into a new place, then you got to find one. What about your credit? Like, it just gets stuck. Like, your situation, like, you feel comfortable with that person to the point of your own detriment. Like, you're comfortable, but are you happy? And this doesn't have to be with a person. This could be in a situation like with your job. Like, you may be making enough money to get by and you've maybe been working there for 15 years, but are you really happy? Is there room for advancement? I think these are things you're going to have to start asking yourself, because you're feeling stuck and stagnant, or you're about to be feeling stuck and stagnant. You had me really thinking there. I was like, what the heck? This is a hard one, because I'm trying to get it across to you that, like, there's a situation in your life that, like, your comfort does not mean that that's supposed to be there. Just because you're comfortable there doesn't mean that that's where you belong. It just means you've been there for a while, you're comfortable, you know what you're doing. It's time to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Like I said to someone before, there is a situation or a person in your life that's no longer serving you, okay? And just because you're comfortable, like, you comfortable. You need to get out of it, because you're not living your best life, whether you think you are or not. Like, are you truly happy? Do you really feel successful? The answer regarding this situation or person is probably no. And we need to be our best selves. That's all of our mission at the end of the day. All of our journeys is to, like, live our best life. And if we're stuck and stagnant and simply merely comfortable, then that's not living our best life. That's settling for what's, comfortable. Drink every time Gemma says comfortable.
Okay. Any of these people left? JTO, Jessica Smith, Demido Hutchinson, and Trish. Those are it. Those are the last people. So,
may
any
actually get
answer?
Chin.
And Chin. Yeah, you can go ahead and do them, since he's the first one to answer.
Okay.
Or they are the first one to answer.
Sandra, I'm also getting a lot of, like, people pleasing. Like, you don't want to hurt anyone's feelings by saying, like, okay, like, let's end this, or I want to look for a new job. Like, you don't want to make anyone feel bad. But the fact of the matter is, your soul is feeling bad because you're stuck and it's not being able to soar and accomplish its mission. Mike Roberts said, I got my reading, but I've gotten a lot of readings tonight. New England, did I read for you, or did I accidentally skip you?
Did you skip him?
I skipped you. You'll be next. I'm so sorry. Ghostdragonzw reminded me.
Me too. That was my fault, because I thought she actually snuck you in there. I get to pay attention to chat and not paying attention. Okay, Trish, we see you, babe.
All right. Trish and New England next. New England, then trash. Chin, this is funny because I have the Queen of Hearts shirt on and you got the Queen of Hearts card.
We got you, New England.
I got you guys. No, I accidentally skipped you. Okay, Chin, it's easy to see how the Queen of Hearts symbolizes self-sacrifice. From her wound comes new life in the form of roses growing from her drops of blood. She gains wisdom from the lesson learned, as depicted by the serpent's steady gaze. We tend to think of self-sacrifice as dramatic and severe. Yet paradoxically, we confront it most often in the humble acts of kindness that we offer others. The Queen reminds you that for every sacrifice, your soul matures and you disengage further from the bonds of material possessions. Be glad to give your time or your wisdom. Both you and the recipient will benefit in the end. So what this card is saying is that, like, if someone comes to you for advice, you should definitely give it to them, right? You don't need to make this grand gesture of giving someone $1,000 to help them pay their rent. When really you can just sit there and talk to them, doing things behind the scenes, right? I feel like somebody's going to come in this week who's really going to need your help, your advice, your assistance. Again, this doesn't mean you have to really go so far out of your way that you put yourself out, right? That you sacrifice self. But try to help as best you can. I also feel like with this card, just looking at it, right, I feel like there is a snake in your grass. As I always say, there is someone who is smiling in your face, telling you, oh, I'm so happy for you. That's so amazing. And then the minute they're not near you, and I even have snakes in my earrings, so that's funny. You got the Queen of Hearts and a snake, and that's me today. The minute they're not near you, they're talking crap behind your back. They're wishing that bad things happen to you. They are not happy when you're successful. If you don't know who I'm talking about, unfortunately, you're going to find out because the person's going to be exposed. This week, I'll tell you, like I told one other person tonight, watch who you tell your secrets to, watch who you tell your successes to, and also watch who you give advice to. Because I feel like someone could be coming in to try to like trip you up in some way, like asking you things about other people. And then like the minute you say something, they run back to the other person and twist it all up and around. If I were you, I really wouldn't deal with too many people this week. I would just focus on myself. But again, if someone comes in genuinely asking for help, you'll be able to intuit whether they need it or not. Don't go so far out of your way to help people that you end up putting yourself out. You can easily do it while still caring for yourself. New England.
Sorry about that, New England. Sorry.
Wisdom of the House of Night. Then we have Tresh and J2, I guess. All right. You're welcome, Chin. Guys, don't forget manifestation and intention sprays. There's a link to a very short video that I did on what I'm doing. I will drop ship it to you from my house for $18.95 in the continental United States. A spray, some crystals, a handwritten note from me on parchment. I've had a lot of success with them, but again, like word of mouth only gets me so far. Denial. New England Dirt Roadie, card number 14, the card of denial. I'm kind of excited to end a little early tonight. Like I'm losing my voice. I'm just not here. Not everything is in reach, my child. Sometimes I must create distance between what you want and when or how you are meant to receive it. Consider the wait for your highest good. You are not meant to achieve what you want right now. Keep the faith, for if you wait and show patience, I will reveal some wondrous things later. This is a gentle warning not to get too caught up in your desire to reach your goal too soon. You may choose sour fruit that only looks ripe and juicy. In this case, I alone know when the time is ripe. Patience, my child. So you may be feeling like you're being denied something this week, or maybe there's something that you really want, like a goal that you've been trying to attain, like, you know, for so long, like finally you're like, yes, like this is it, I'm gonna get it, and then you still don't get it, and you're wondering why, like what's going on. The universe is saying just be patient. Show the universe that you have faith in it this week, and it's going to give you 10 times better than what you've been reaching for. I feel like there's a cloud, there's something that's blocking your ability to view how successful you can be, how easily it will be for you to get what you want. And until that cloud is lifted by your own introspection and self-work, the universe is going to make you wait for what or who you're waiting for in your life. I know, but just a little bit longer. Just get through this week. Be patient through this week.
Do JTO and then Trish.
Okay, JTO and then Trish. I know. I am too. New England Art Roadie, believe me. I work 80 hours a week, and without donations, I make $27 a month. So, I mean, I get it. I do. But you have to just manifest that positivity. Like, next month will be better, and like next month will be better. And by this time next year, I won't have to worry about my, whatever it is for you. All right, J2. I'm using Moonology Manifestation. And you got first quarter moon in Aries. Step into your power, which is another theme this week. Something is holding you back from racing toward your next goal. Achieving anything is nearly always part inspiration and part hard work. Be you. Believe that you can create whatever you want. Take action and be smart, but also be bold. Don't allow inhibitions or others' restrictions to hold you back. Be systematic, but also allow yourself to get excited about what you want. If someone seems to be working against you now, deal with your emotions as calmly as you can. This card represents a mix of having the courage to choose your goals no matter what, chase your goals, no matter what anyone else says, while still planning and being strategic. Whatever you're doing right now, remember that as well as passion, you need a plan. That's the way to overcome obstacles. So I feel like you might be getting overexcited for something that you know is about to happen. And what the universe is saying is like, yeah, that's really great and all, but once it happens, then what are you going to do? So like, say you're waiting for this big promotion, you're super excited because you know you're going to get it. What are you going to do when you get the promotion if you're not prepared to do the extra work of the job? Like if you don't have a sitter for the extra hours or whatever it is. I feel like you need to take a step back from whatever your goal is, understand why you want to achieve it and what you're willing to put into receiving it. All right? Step into your power, search yourself, tell the universe what you want, clearly stated in a positive manifestation or affirmation, right? In a positive affirmation, tell the universe what you want. But then know yourself in your heart. What are you going to do once you get it? And I think for this week, J2, it's time for you to sit back and really try to understand why you're trying to attain the things that you are and if you're actually ready to attain them. All right, Tresh, my beautiful elfin goddess, energy and spirit, and then we're going to end early tonight. I'm just a little overtired today for some reason. Like my voice is going. It was that extra, I'm telling you. It just took everything out of me. Oh, SMB, be careful, girl. Get me all nervous. I can't even talk. All right. Trash, this one's for you. Beneath the Surface. This is a good card. Hidden Truths, Something Unknown, card number 31. There is something in your life that you are not seeing that is going to be a real problem. The beauty of the iceberg on this card belies the fact that more is going on beneath the surface, and it might not be as innocent as it all seems. There could be something unknown in a relationship or a business situation. Perhaps a friend or a lover is hiding some important information from you. Or maybe some action is being taken at work that you don't know about yet. The warning here is to listen to your intuition and be conscious of what's happening around you. Don't panic and become suspicious of everyone, bordering on paranoid. Just take things one step at a time and allow yourself to peacefully investigate what's going on, getting all of the information you need to make any important decisions. Finally, you may be hiding something from yourself. Are you lying to yourself, perhaps ignoring some addiction or negative, or negating your value, power, or deserving? Look beneath the surface for any unhealthy thought or behavioral patterns. Be honest with yourself, and others will be much more honest with you. Good night, guys. I love you. Thank you so much for the donations. I'll thank you all after Tresh's reading. I don't want to interrupt it. Tresh, someone's keeping something from you. And I feel like you already know that. You already know what it is that they're keeping from you. You already know what's really going on. But you have like this fear of confrontation, not just in general, which you might, like I do, but you don't, it's like, do you really want to know? Like, do you want to hear whatever this is out loud? Like your best friend who also works with you stole your idea and gave it to the boss, and now she got a promotion over you, or your lover is cheating. I'm not saying your lover is cheating. I'm just saying as an example. People get all freaked out when I say that. No. Are you really ready to hear what it is that's being kept from you? And I think this week, whether you are or you aren't, you're going to ask. I feel like you really need to ask. You need to say to this person, like, I know something's going on. You need to tell me what it is. Things are not as they seem on the surface. So if something in your life right now, Trish, seems too good to be true, it is. What do I always say? If the price of a house is too good to be true, it's haunted. It's usually haunted, right? There's no good deal going on here. You're not getting something for nothing. There is someone hiding something big from you. This isn't a little thing like, you know, I took $2 from your purse, which is kind of a big thing, but you know what I mean? It's not small change. Like somebody's keeping something really big from you. And again, I feel like it's like the first thing or person you thought of, like you are right. You need to confront them. In with love though. Don't like be like, Gemma told me to confront you and like punch their teeth out of their mouth. Like do like walk up and confront them with love. Like, hey, what's going on? I feel like something's off, and then confront them. Stand up for yourself, step into your power. J2, thank you. I've been really just not myself the past couple nights. So I'm going to try to take this time right now. Instead of watching things for research for the first time in like 2 years, I decided to watch an actual movie that I love, Django Unchained. I'm going to finish Django. I'm going to put all this away and just rest, have some green tea, have some watermelon mint green tea. So, all right. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for always being here. Please, 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 if you're in the continental United States, check out my manifestation and intention sprays. You can email me at moonbearoracle@gmail.com or text me. They're $18.95. I drop ship right from home. I make it with moon water, charmed crystals. You get extra crystals on the side or a crystal bracelet, a handwritten note from me. I really go all out and put my heart and soul into these sprays. And what they're for is to set an intention, to commune with your guides, to open your third eye, to clear negativity out of your life. I sent someone Holy Blessed Uncrossing spray the other day with black tourmaline and selenite. So that's what that's all for. The personal readings, I'm also doing 45 minute to an hour manifestation sessions through video chat, doing so many things. So if you're interested in anything like that, or if you need something that I haven't mentioned I'm doing, I will probably be able to help you. Email me at moonbearoracle@gmail.com. Thank you for your love, support, graciousness. Remember, I'm working on donations. So if you're able to, I always appreciate it. If you're not, I totally get it. I love you guys anyway. I will see you next Wednesday. And I can't wait to let you guys know how everything works out at my mom's. So love and light. You guys are the actual best. It's been it's been over a year now that I've been doing these streams, and you guys have been with me every single week. It's just amazing. All right. Good night. Ghost Dragons, I'll talk to you before bed.
Good night, everybody.
My book's coming out. I was like,
book tomorrow.
Sorry, I hit end broadcast. Thank God. It was like, are you sure? Hold on. I have to.
I'm gonna let you talk, and I'm gonna leave.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that.
You're fine.
I just want to tell you guys one more quick thing. Okay. So this book, I'm going to tell you the name of it. I can't even remember because I went back and forth on the name so many times. I'm sorry, guys. Just give me a sec. Where is it? My goodness. Okay. So it's called Encounters with Evil, 101 True and Terrifying Stories. It says Gemma Jade and Steve Stockton. I designed that cover myself. Steve wrote a paragraph, the forward. I wrote the rest of the book, but he did come up with the idea and all that. And I just want to read you guys the synopsis that I wrote, which will be on the back of the book. If you want a signed copy, email me or get in touch with me before you make the purchase. You'll put, just send me through PayPal, Cash App, whatever means $25. I'll order the book for you. That covers shipping and all that too. So the synopsis, quote, if you gaze long enough into an abyss, the abyss will gaze back into you. Nietzsche. in between the things we can see and the things we can't, there is a door. This door should never be opened, because what is waiting on the other side is something far more frightening than anything we can possibly conceive. Join authors Gemma Jade and Steve Stockton as they lift the veil between worlds and take you on a journey of terror. From famous murder cases to stories where the monsters of our childhood years are proven true and still reside in our closets and underneath our beds. With personal stories from Gemma's life as a physical medium and Steve's personal journey as an empath, these and the other dozens of true encounters will leave you too afraid to turn the lights off and will have you questioning reality itself. Okay, so look for it tomorrow on Amazon. If you're on my Facebook, you want to get at me. Love you guys, and sorry about that. Good night.